and make our way to Martinsville. Welcome to round 8 of the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series for Martinsville Super Speedway. It's a short track race. We're under starters orders for the 75th annual Cookout 400. Hello everybody and welcome to NASCAR and the Cookout 400. We're all set to go for what's going to be a very exciting race day of action. Beautiful blue skies above Martinsville, beautiful atmosphere as well. We may be down a timing screen once again, so usual problems as always, but I've got the screens. And we have in the commentary box back with us this week both Josh T and Adam Emmridge as well. So Josh, starting with you, welcome back. You're still in the conservatory. You just left everything from this morning.
Yeah, I went to bed after F1 and I woke up at 6:30 ready for this. Chinese in between as well, so I'm all ready to go.
Adam's with us once more. Nice to have you, Adam, as we get ready to go. Fingers crossed it's going to be a great race. What are you expecting headed today?
Well, Josh, this is a special day for Hendrick Motorsports. It's the 40th anniversary, and yours truly has actually gone to Martinsville Speedway in the past. It's another fan favorite on the NASCAR schedule, and a lot of cool things about the track that I will tell you as the race commences. So, yeah, it's a special day for Hendrick Motorsports with Kyle Larson on the front row. On the pole position, his teammate Chase Elliott is up there as well. Bubba Wallace is alongside Kyle Larson. So it should be an interesting day. And the winner of this race takes home a absolutely beautiful grandfather clock. One of the coolest trophies that the NASCAR Cup Series winner gets in 2024. Who takes home the grandfather clock at the end of this race? We will soon find out.
It's going to be a very interesting race day ahead of us as well. Fingers crossed we're going to have the usual procession of excitement and action as well. I just load up my timing screen up here in the commentary box, and fingers crossed it's going to work as the cars begin to roll off pit road. Let's hand over to Fox as we get all the info.
Hendrick Motorsports.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough getting Clint not to talk, but yeah, no, my car has felt really good. It looks really good, and it's good to be on the pole. So we got 1,500 plus people affiliated with Hendrick Motorsports there off turn 2, and we would love to be celebrating with them here in a few hours.
All right, man. Well, good luck today. We'll be watching.
Thank you.
All right, let's have a look at the Mother's High Performance Car Care starting grid for today's race. Kyle Larson is on the pole. He won this race last year, 2 weeks in a row. On the pole by 1,000th of a second over Bubba Wallace. Larson was the last driver to qualify to pip Wallace for the pole.
Row 2 has Chase Elliott, 2020 Martinsville winner, and Martin Truex Jr. A lot of talk about last week.
Regan Smith.
Well, Mike Martin Truex Jr. has been off to a great start this season. He's the points leader, riding a 5.
Oh, a little bit of a freeze. It won't last too long as they stop on the back stretch.
Top 10 streak currently as we come into Martinsville, but unfortunately 4 of those races he has been passed for the win, including last week when he lost at the very end of the race due to a late race caution. Talked to crew chief James Small about that. He said, listen, we don't need to look at what happened in the past. We need to look forward. We can't change it. No words need to be said. We are focused on this weekend at Martinsville and getting that first win of the year.
Row number 3, Joey Logano, top 10 in the last 9 Martinsville races, and he shares it with Chase Briscoe, who's been top 10 the last 4 races of this season. Clint.
I got you, boys. What's happening?
Man, you're happening. Good racetrack for you. Top 5 start. Last 2 times you've been here. Top 5 starts, top 5 finishes. How about you?
Yeah, it's definitely been a really good track for us on the 14 team. You know, every time in this next-gen era we've came here, we've been really, really good. So hopefully, that'll correlate again today. I feel like we've done kind of everything but take the grandfather clock home. So that's what we're trying to do today. I feel like we can definitely do it. We just got to execute, all day long, from restarts to pit road,
I think we're going to have the car to be able to be up front. We just got to put all those little details together, and that's normally what's the difference in winning and not winning is those little details. So yeah, definitely have a really fast Mahindra tractor sport. So try to keep this thing up front.
All right, man, I love it. Go get it.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Row 4 making his first Martinsville Cup Series start is Josh Berry, and the guy who's won both short track races this year, Denny Hamlin. Jamie?
Kevin, Denny Hamlin has been the talk of the week after that final restart and win a week ago at Richmond. But Denny Hamlin likes it that way. He uses it as motivation, especially coming into here, Martinsville, a place he has 5 wins. I talked to his crew chief, Chris Gabehart. He said, we were really good yesterday in practice. We feel like we have something that can compete with Kyle Larson. Of course, Denny Hamlin looking to get his 3rd short track win of the season.
About row 5. One here last fall, right down the road. He's from High Point, North Carolina's Ryan Blaney. The outside of him, Alex Bowman. He's one of those 4 40th anniversary Hendrick cars, 2021 Martinsville winner.
Row 6, Kyle Busch, a 2-time winner here, and Ross Chastain, who's been top 5 in half of the last 4 Martinsville races. As we have a look at the rest of our starting grid, let's see what's top of mind at Martinsville for our crew chief, Larry McReynolds.
You know, Mike, once this driver leaves pit road for 400 laps, there's not a lot he can do inside that race car except maybe adjust the way he's driving the race car. But there is one adjustment that he can make, and I can almost promise you he'll be using it a lot. Let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car, and let's talk about what we call brake bias. You're going to lift the body off the car here, and you're going to see this red knob on the dash where he can adjust front and rear brake bias. The car actually has 2 complete different brake systems, one for the front, one for the rear. You see the brake pedal there in the middle. Let's pull that panel back. You've got a cylinder that controls the front brakes. You've got one that controls the rear. Now, if the car is loose under braking, he can crank a little front brake into it. If it's maybe tight, not turning under braking, he can put some rear brake. That knob is red right now, guys, but more than likely they'll be adjusting on it. The paint will be completely gone.
Cars heading down pit road as well to take out the test procedure as we get fingers crossed for the start of this one. JT, what are you expecting as we come here for the racing action?
Chaos. We've had chaos in the Truck Series. We've had chaos in the Xfinity Series. A lot of cautions due to the nature of this circuit. Only half a mile. Just a spin and we get a caution here. So, yeah, a lot of cautions.
Adam, you've been here, of course, to this venue as the cars went on the backstretch, ready for the final pass around. What are you expecting from, what's it like from a fan's point of view?
Well, Josh, it is a fan favorite on the NASCAR circuit. Like I said, it's where it is. It's near the Virginia-North Carolina line. It is just simply an incredible track. It is just awesome to be there. And when you go, you got to have yourself a legendary Martinsville hot dog. And if you are a fan of trains,
Frozen. Typical. That's what I've noticed.
Beyond the backstretch, you can see train tracks. So if you're train buff,
JT, hit it after Adam.
Yeah, there once was trains that went back behind Martinsville. So really cool knowledge there for all of you that are tuning in today.
Yep, so we're looking at the pit road timing lines and we've got 1 to go. Getting ready then for the Cookout 400. It's Larson on the inside, Bubba Wallace on the outside. 1 to go here at Martinsville. Ryan Blaney starting 9th. His crew chief, of course, Jonathan Hassler. And he was the winner last time out. We came here in the fall last year on his way to the 2023 championship as well. The pace car gets ready to pull into pit road, and we will be getting ready for this Cookout 400, a very special weekend for Hendricks Motorsport. The pace car pulls into pit road, and the green flag is in the air for the Cookout 400. Larson gets an incredible start, takes the lead, but Bubba Wallace comes back alongside round the outside. Larson keeps the lead down the back straight, and it's side by side for third place with Truex Jr. and Elliott as we come across the line to complete lap 1. It's a very quick lap here at Martinsville, but Larson out in front. There's Logano trying to get round the outside of Truex Jr. A little bit of a wheel banging there, and still on the inside is Truex Jr. Josh Berry trying to get up the inside of Joey Logano to take that 6th position away from him as well, as we lose TV pictures. There we go, we change cameras to one of the Hendricks Motorsports 48 car of Bowman, who's on the inside of Chastain, who goes right round the outside of the number 8 of Bush.
Good start then here at Martinsville. We are racing, thanks to Josh T for that one. Larson kept the lead from Bubba Wallace. Elliott Briscoe coming into it as well, with Truex in 5th, followed in by Logano, Berry, Blaney, Hamlin, Bush, the top 10 as we start the 5th lap. I'd just like to thank DD12 for completely screwing up the TV coverage as well. Remarkable service, don't use them. And Abu Dhabi Sports for not actually showing it, which means that we're completely screwed here. And that's where I've just run through them, and then we didn't even have a race start. So, Larson's in there. No. Let's just go. Larson, Wallace, Elliott, Briscoe, Truex, the top 5, JT.
Yep, and 6th is Logano, as we've got a little bit of banging there with Byron.
Around the outside, we saw Byron, of course, who won the 500, then won a couple of weeks ago as well, proving that he's not just a one-track expert. He can win multiple different types of races as they scream out. Not entirely packed, but a decent, healthy size at the moment. We're stocking FS1 at the moment until the servers come back up. Larson, Wallace, Elliott, Briscoe, Truex comes through. I'm glad, JT, you had TV pictures for the start of that one as we came to the green flag. We're sitting side by side now as well. Gilliland and Cindric into turn 1 and 2.
Yep, I got Viaplay up because I knew that TV pictures were going to go down with all your issues, as we've got Gilliland going up the inside, filters back single file. There's a couple side by side at the back of the field. And very shortly, because of the nature of this circuit, we may have some lap traffic already.
Not a bad start, Adam. They've all kept it together. 10 laps down, and stage 1, of course, is at 80 laps.
Yes, it is, Josh. And Kyle Larson in that beautiful ruby red HendrickCars.com Chevy for Hendrick Motorsports is controlling the field right now. And for all you folks who are watching who have never gone to Hendrick Motorsports, I recommend you do, because you can see the entire history of the 40 years, starting when they were all-star racing, going to now. You can see all the different cars and the trucks and all the incredible vehicles that the drivers from Hendrick Motorsports.
Logano bumping the back of Truex coming out of 4. Just a little bumper dive there, but Logano eager to get through ahead of Truex, who was doing a bit of bumping himself last weekend as well to come through. Nicely done. As they kept into it. A little bit of a bump again. He likes bumping. Logano on the front stretch, trying to come through to the inside line. Still quite can't find a way through. But it's hugging that low line and trying to find a bit more speed and a bit more gumption to take out the advantage at the front. So Larson, Wallace, Elliott, that's the running order at the moment, as we're a couple of laps into it. So yeah, Larson, Wallace, Elliott, Briscoe, Truex, Logano, Berry, Blaney, Hamlin and Bush have the top 10. Bowman, Chastain, Keselowski, Cindric, Byron, Gilliland, Gibbs, Preece, Reddick, Jones, Bell, Suarez, Stanley Jr. and Carson Hocevar in 24th at the moment. That's the first half of the TV pictures as well. As we're on to the 15th lap, and Logano still on the back of Truex though, JT. And Truex just holding his line now. The gap's forming with him with the train because Briscoe's ahead by about a second, but Truex is holding everybody up from 5 down.
Yeah, absolutely. We cut to Cindric in the 2 from Byron. His career at Martinsville, 12 starts, 1 win, and 6 top 10s.
Yeah, I've got the list here so far.
Around the circuit.
Yeah, I've got the list for Cindric somewhere on my... Here we go. Yeah, 4 starts, top 10 finish of 1, best of 9th position as well. And that was in the October race last year when we got towards the playoff areas as well. So coming into it, just holding it back through as they come in, and we've got an easy start to this one. No one trying to be a hero, Adam, this early in the race. Short track, one mistake, you're lapped down as the 24, Byron, looking on the inside, just notched Cindric into turn 2, has the inside line through 3 and 4, and that's how you pick them off at short track racing. Gilliland's going to try and get through, but Cindric's able to shut the door. Yeah, nobody wants to be a hero at this stage. Stage 1, just get through. And then as we hit lap traffic, it'll be stage 2 and stage 3 where we really see the drama tonight.
You get that right, Josh. You want revenge on somebody, especially like what happened at Martinsville, at Richmond last week. Come here, Martinsville. It's a track where tempers can flare. We've seen that in the past, among the NASCAR Cup Series stars, and also in the Xfinity Series, in the Truck Series. And Josh, can I tell everybody why I'm wearing blue today?
You can after the break, because we haven't got TV pictures. Josh D does. I'm going to have to hand over to him to call the race while we go get fixing it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all single file on lap 21 of 400. Stage 1 is 80 laps long, so we're 25% through the first stage. Larson out in front, already started lapping the traffic. Star is now a lap down as well. Bubba Wallace just behind him as well. Larson entering turn 3 now. And Bubba the same there. We cut to the number 8 of Busch. Gonna go down low on the 11 of Hamlin. Bumper, front bumper to rear bumper. That was very close to contact. Centimetres in front of it. Busch stays behind Hamlin as they go across the line. But we cut up ahead. That is Berry lapping Star. Blaney gonna come down on the low side as well to get past as we go up towards turn 3 on lap 24 of 80. The Sonny D car just behind as well. This time not Josh Berry. It's the 47 of Stenhouse Jr. in the Sonny D car. This week of the 47, not the 4. Lap 25 of 400. The laps tick down very quickly here, only around 10 to 15 second laps here at Martinsville.
Right, there we go.
Another one. Hello.
And shoot me. Everything going wrong at the moment. Back to the pictures. We have, so Larson, Wallace, Elliott, Briscoe, Truex, still the top 5 as we hit lap traffic. Lap 26 of 80, stage 1 does come by in a breeze and beautiful blue sunshine here in the early April that we have this race taking through. And not at the moment are we seeing any problems on the track requiring the yellow. You're back with us if you're watching on Fox over in the States. We are nearly coming up to half distance in stage 1, and it does fly by. 20 seconds a lap here at Martinsville as we see the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse slip up the inside of Christopher Bell and Daniel Suarez, making moves further back in this race. At 28 of 80 as they come into it. Byron up into 12th position. Chastain dropping down into 13th as we have finally stable TV pictures up here in the comms box as well, which is perfect news if you're watching along with us. And a lovely view of the gardens just outside of turn 1 and turn 2 here as well. Larson 7/10 to Wallace at the moment as we continue on here for the race. And Adam, you were going to say something just before we went to commercial.
Yes, I was. The reason why I'm wearing blue today is April is a special month for me because it's Autism Awareness Month. And for all of you who don't know, I am autistic. I was diagnosed at a young age before people really knew what it is. And when I was in school, I was considered to be a special needs student. And I had to have help with my motor skills. Yes, I do stutter. I cannot help that. I had to learn how to tie my shoes, ride a bike, and have someone help me with my homework because the teachers could not read it. So you would never know I'm autistic until you met me in person. And even though I'm autistic, it hasn't stopped me from being on these broadcasts with Josh and Josh, throughout multiple series, over the last few years. And I am beyond grateful for them for allowing me to come on and do races, from all across the world. So thank you, Josh, and thank you, Josh.
Pleasure as always, as the 51's having trouble. It's going to get swamped by the 14 and 31 coming into turn 3 and 4 as Elliott up the inside of Josh Williams at the moment as well. But that 51 of Justin Haley having a few tyre rubbings I was noticing coming through turns 3 and 4. As Elliott tries to come through, Williams is keeping him on the outside though, continues to battle in, and he'll hold it together nicely as he comes into it as well. And there's the blue flag for faster cars that are supposed to be coming through. We've frozen TV pictures and got them back. So Larson, 1.5 seconds ahead now to Wallace and across the line. It's like 35 of 80 of stage 1. We're approaching half distance. It's only taken us 12 minutes. It's a really quick race if it goes caution-free. We will have, of course, the interruptions of cautions coming through at the stage breaks, but they all want to get through stage 1 without a problem. And then we get into stage 2, which usually this season has been a bit quiet, but at Martinsville it does heat up because everyone starts to come into green flag pit stops, change tyres, change fuels. 80 laps is stage 1. Stage 2 is 180 we go to, so it's 100 laps in total. Final stage takes us to 400. That's 220 laps, the final stage. So really, JT, stage 1 is just a pit stop.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a very long final stage here at Martinsville, as you said, as here we have for position 2 of the Hendrick Motorsports 40-year anniversary cars. Bowman on the inside, Byron looks up on the outside as they exit turn 4 and go down towards turn 1. Byron still behind Bowman.
As they come into it now as well. Bowman just holding it off the back here. I'm really enjoying this one as they come through, but Bowman's really going to put that car straight into the centre. Byron can't get through anywhere. He thought about the inside into turn 2 and 3.
Yeah, Bowman defending really well on his teammate Byron as we are on board with one of the Fords. I believe it's Ryan Blaney as we go down Hamlin on the inside, the Toyota, they're side by side as they go across the line.
Hamlin takes Blaney for 8th position down at turn 1, and Denny Hamlin, not many people are going to write him out for a chance to win here as well. Won here 5 times previously. He's had the pole 4 times. He is a favourite to win this weekend, and considering Max Verstappen won, that could be an interesting thing for you watching our Grid Tonight programme earlier on in the week. But side by side for the back, the 14 and the 9 going side by side. So up the inside, as already, we get Briscoe versus Elliott coming through. Elliott holding that outside line. And unfortunately, JT, Briscoe just can't get enough on the inside line. He's going to turn for a couple of laps, it looks like.
Yeah, this is for third place, so the final podium place. Briscoe still behind in 4th, as here we are, Bowman down low on Blaney, down into turn 3 with the 51, I believe, for position as well.
Had that move done quite nicely, as we see. This is Larson, the leader in lapped traffic, with Corey LeJour. Oh, little touch actually there. Larson to the back of LeJour. LeJour cut him off there as well. And now they're side by side into turn 1 again. So, Adam, lap traffic is a problem here because it's such a short track. But Larson making a bit of contact, and he's only got a second to him and Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, this time, yeah, you guys are gonna hear us talk about lap traffic all race long, and it's the sort of track that NASCAR runs on. So, if you think of a paperclip, that's the nickname of this track. It's known as paperclip. It's like
it's very
2 drag strips and then 2 corners.
It's like a very tight one. I've never actually noticed that. If I look at the... In fact, can I get that up on the monitor? If I take off my driver map that I've got on the screen here and hold it up, this is what Adam's on about. I was like, it does look like a paperclip. Even with the pit lane on the inside line. That's quite cool.
It's the paperclip with the outside track. And it's the pit lane, because the pit lane's like the inside of the paperclip.
Truex on the inside, lapping the 3 as well of Austin Dillon, and Dillon's not going to put up too much pressure. But Truex is coming back on the inside line, and it's a tricky one. It's a slow burn, stage 1. Who's got the free pass at the moment? Chris Buescher in 7th. No, correction, as they've come across the line. Is that going to change? Yeah, Chris Buescher has the free pass at the moment if a caution came out, but 33 to go in this first stage already. How did you call the start then, JT? Because I was messing around with it and I didn't even know. 2 seconds actually. 32 laps to go in stage 1 here of the Cookout 400 at Martinsville. Yeah, how did you call the start then? I'm really interested because I didn't even know it was the start. I completely missed it.
I don't even remember. I just said what I said, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll do mine at stage 2. It'll be fine. I'll get my chance to go green at stage 2. Plus, in the highlights, I can just go back and edit, so it's all fine. Nah, I'm joking. We'll keep it. Although, probably Matthew Owens might do something there. Don't know. We'll see. Hendrick Carr's getting on the inside. Larson again trying to lap traffic as we're on board cameras now watching back. Fascinating. Oh, and now bumping out of the way as well as Bubba Wallace is in trouble. And Larson's getting almost forced into the wall. I can't actually see who he's battling with side by side because they're stuck on these ridiculous cameras. It must be Chris Buescher because he's a lap down. It could be Gregson. I can't tell. Can you tell?
It's Chris Buescher.
It is Chris. Right, good, excellent. So Chris Buescher really is getting his elbows out and pushing Larson up towards the wall. He desperately wanted to hold on to that free pass, presumably at the end of the stage.
I have no idea where my spotter guide's gone, Josh. I would tell you, but it's not here.
It's all right.
Even though I brought it down here on Friday morning.
Adam got it sorted. He managed to spot it. As we see Joey Logano making his way through lap traffic as well, because as Josh Berry has been lapped, not in the Sunny D this weekend, I've just noticed. He's in the Eagle car.
No, the Sunny D car is Stenhouse Jr. in the 47.
That's going to get confusing, isn't it?
Oh, and Josh.
Yeah.
If you just look at the Discord server, the race control or audio, the NASCAR bot's doing its thing.
Oh, is it?
It's working. It's doing the thing.
I mean, oh, hang on. Welcome back. 26 to go in this one. JT,
yeah.
What if we drag that into Combox 1?
I've got a feeling it's just the PRN, MRN.
Oh, I see.
It's not officials, but I don't know. I can drop into race control audio for a second check.
I'll put us on battle cam. Because if it's go and have a check. Because if it's audio or not, we can then find out what it is, and if it's good, we can drag it into the main box. Josh T's got admin powers on the Discord server now as well, so he's been adjusting it all. What is it? What is it?
It's the radio network.
Oh well. So it's PRN this weekend. Not too bad at all. Only one leader in this race. Very unusual in NASCAR with Larson. He's dominated so far the 58 laps. Now 20 seconds a lap, 400. You don't need to be a genius. That's double it. So 800 as well would be the total time. So I would say we're here for around about 2 hours 45 max for this race if we go caution free. But we had our first ever overtime last weekend at Easter as well, where we only had the once though. You two missed that one in the box. But what did you make of it, Adam, on that restart procedure? Were you happy that we only had the one go when we got to green, or did you think we just didn't need it?
I was quite happy, Josh, and I was really happy to see Denny Hamlin won last weekend in his home state of Virginia, and the way Martin Truex Jr. ended, what happened after the race. Yeah, a lot of fans weren't too happy about it, and for those of you who are not on Twitter/X regarding Denny Hamlin, he and Marcus Smith of Speedway Motorsports Incorporated, who owns tracks like Atlanta and Charlotte, among others, they went toe-to-toe on there this weekend. And fortunately, Marcus Smith took down all his posts. But they had a heated battle over there, and if you can find the screenshots, I recommend you do, because it was quite an intense, heated discussion.
17 to go in stage one here of the Cookout 400, 64 400. Next 2 weekends here on JB Motorsports, USRN are taking over the NASCAR coverage. Next weekend as well, we'll be covering the MotoGP races from the Circuit of the Americas. So NASCAR falls to USRN, and at Talladega we'll be at Long Beach, and they'll be taking the airwaves as well. So me, Adam and JT will see you back for NASCAR in about 3 weeks' time in total. So that's the situation. End of April we'll be back as well for it, but we'll be watching on and keeping across all of the action, as already we see Larson in the lead of the race by 1.8 seconds as well. And the reason, by the way, I say, even though MotoGP is scheduled to end 15 minutes before the green flag, anything can happen in MotoGP in terms of red flags and cautions. So at least stage 1 next week will be from USRN, and we'll take over at stage 2 and stage 3. That's the in general gist at the moment of what things could happen. But I'll tell you what, it's an interesting start at the moment, JT, as we come into it, as Logano holding off from Hamlin, and Byron in a little battle for 6, 7 and 8, and Josh Berry just behind as well, making it 9. I think Bush is in there too with 10 as well in the 8 car. And Byron's up the inside, getting ahead of Hamlin into turn 1. That was a little bit of a cheeky move out of 3 and 4, and he's got himself side by side. Hamlin will use the outside line though, when the toe from Logano try and block him, but Logano's going for lap traffic. Hamlin's a bit vulnerable here with that lap traffic on the inside, so Byron's going to force his way through. There's a bit of contact, door to door, and yep, Hamlin's going to try and force his way through. 3 wide to 1. Byron's going to go for it. There's contact, and the 66 almost gets spun round as well, coming into it. They had to be so careful. That's David Starr, who's wild carding this weekend, and Hamlin and Byron still side by side, but Byron now down low out of 3 and gets clear. Hamlin still on the outside, gets it back, high line through turn 1 and 2. Logano's way clear. Byron needs to get a better exit and just cut off Hamlin. Hamlin's going to stay on that outside line. Remember what we saw at Phoenix a couple of weeks ago as well, and at Bristol on the other shorter tracks we've run. Larson leads with 10 to go, but Byron has lost out, and Hamlin's got the better drag on the outside. He's going to sweep down low, and Byron's lost out. So he's getting back. This is just side-by-side, JT, but I think Hamlin's got the position here, and Byron needs to back off, otherwise there'll be contact.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't want to be a lapped car on the outside when you have 2 competitive people side by side go down to the inside of you going into a corner, because that makes 3 wide. And when you're on the outside of 2 people battling it out, if those 2 make contact and push out wide, they go straight into you and you can get spun around. That was close to being spun out for Starr, as we're still side by side.
Yep, further back as we've got 8 to go in stage 1 of the Cookout 400 here at Martinsville. And it's still getting quite close. Martinsville Helicopter, of course, famous for appearing on an episode of The Simpsons when Homer and Bart were doing the downloading movies illegal episode. What was it? I can't remember the name of it now. Something about Don't Pirate Me, something like that. But yeah.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, it was fantastically funny as well. Fox forbids the use, and please enjoy this from the 2010 Martinsville Cup Series race. It was like 30 seconds of advert. It's fantastically funny, but put it on the map a bit more. Got NASCAR a couple more viewers.
I've just thought of something I should have said at the start of the race.
What?
It's time to let the NASCAR drivers cook. We're green for the Cookout 400.
Do you want to give us it now, and we can splice it back in because it was on the battle screen?
Sure.
Go on, give us it now.
Hold up, let me get the thing up. It's time to let the NASCAR drivers cook for the Cookout 400. We're green at Martinsville.
We'll splice that back in with what you said after that as well. For the highlights package that Matthew Owens does for USON.
Larson gets a good start from the outside.
We'll just redo the entire race. I've done that before. 2 years ago in Japan. Red flag came. Well, do you know, the last time Japan was red flagged on the opening laps.
Yeah.
So glad that didn't happen today, though. We had a smooth stream. And it's just NASCAR that went wrong. But nothing went wrong with the TV. It's the laptop, because the thingy's failed again. Brand new monitor. It's the USB plug on the laptop. It's just breaking. So MacBooks are really hard to fix. So we'll get that sorted.
Or,
yep.
Josh, we don't add that in, and you keep it for Richmond on Sunday, the August 11th, or Darlington for the Cookout Southern 500 on September the 1st.
Might keep that one, yeah. Right, yellow's out. That's because it is coming to the end of stage 1. Fox are a little bit behind here on the TV pictures.
I don't think... Yes, it is for stage 1 conclusion. It's just been confirmed.
Logano getting a little touch there from the back of Hamlin as we come with the checkers coming out then. Wallace is going to make it to the line. He's 3/10 there. It's getting quite close. As they come into 3 and 4, Bubba goes to the inside, trying to get stage points. They're going to go side by side to the line. Bubba Wallace really trying it, but the checkered is out. The green checkered is taken by Larson, who takes stage 1 here of the Cookout 400 for round 8 of the regular season of the NASCAR Cup Series. Larson, Wallace, Elliott gets through as the caution comes out, the first one of the day for the stage break. 30 minutes and 80 laps. And at the end of it, it's Kyle Larson who takes the first stage of the Cookout 400. Not bad at all as well. So Buscher gets the free pass on the page. So he will remain on the lead lap going forward, which is great news. He was the last lapped. He made very sure that he was the last lap. But David Starr, who's already 3 laps down in that 66 for the power source as well. Carl Long as his crew chief over there as well. And it's just keeping it together out there on the back of the circuit. So good stage one. We'll hand over, of course, to Fox soon to get their opinions on it as Bubba comes through. Track clearance is out. Let's get the thoughts of our Punisher team, starting with Adam. What did you make of the first stage?
Clean. Surprisingly, very clean up here at Martinsville. And Larson looks like he got the dominant car today in that beautiful ruby red HendrickCars.com Chevy for Hendrick Motorsports.
JT?
Yeah, it was a good stage one. 80 laps in 28 minutes and 34 seconds, I believe it was, at the line for that one. So a quick stage one and a domination of stage one for Kyle Larson in the 5, one of the Hendrick Motorsports 40-year Ruby anniversary cars out on track, and 80 laps led for that car. Led every single lap this race.
Take a look at the running order here as well. It's quite interesting to see because it has just had one leader of Kyle Larson, as you can see on the screen now if you're watching along with us. Google user says, anyone catch either of the NLS races? Adam, JT? Not sure.
I heard about the second one.
I take it was
Good
a lot
to see
of
Robert
interest.
Wickens is
yes.
okay though.
Yeah, now
Yes, so
that was a scary accident as well, and I was, when I read it, I was like, oh no, not again. But thankfully he's okay, and just precautions, of course, as he continues his recovery with a spinal cord injury, of course, after that horrific crash at the 2018 Pocono 500. Let's hand it over to Mike Joy.
Performance Car Care. Jamie Little.
Well, Mike, the 14 team has been one of the best on pit road this year. Top 5 for 4-tire stops, some of the fastest stops of the year. So let's say hello to Chase Briscoe's team.
Shane Papala, front tire changer. I've been changing tires for 16 years. The 2017 Daytona 500 champion, back-to-back Brickyard champ in 19 and 20, 2023 Xfinity champion, and I wouldn't be here without my loving support of my wife and son, Amy and Lucas. Thank you.
I'm Dakota Ratcliffe. I'm the rear tire changer. This is my 6th season in the sport, and I'm your 2023 Xfinity Series champion.
John Burnell, tire carrier, 2015 Most Valuable Pit Crew, 2017 Daytona 500 winner, father of 3, and the sexiest man on pit road with bald head.
Dylan Moser, nickname is Moose, Jackman, played football at Wingate University, and I made Sports Center top 10. Corey Coppola, Mueller, 5th year in the sport, winner in Phoenix in 2022, former Davidson defensive lineman.
He nailed it. Yes, he did. Well done. Richard Boswell, the second, is the crew chief for Chase Briscoe. Friendship, Maryland. 3rd season as Cup crew chief and second with Briscoe.
Oh, local legend Dickie Boswell's boy.
Yeah.
Miss that man.
Here we go.
Pit road's open. A long way around for the leaders. Here's Regan.
We just met Chase Briscoe's team. They get their first chance to go to work today right now. Right now, the 14 car sliding the right rear the entire run. Couldn't get the power down. The 19 of Martin Truex Jr., his car is just extremely tight through the rubber. It's making it worse as the rubber goes down on the racetrack, causing it to snap loose off. Jamie?
For Bubba Wallace, a really good first stage. He said pretty good. No changes here. The 5. He's led every single lap so far for Kyle Larson. He says, my car is good. I just got stuck behind those guys. They held me up. Just air pressure adjustment for Larson.
Ricky Stenhouse got turned getting into his pit stall. And because the left rear wheel is outside the stall, he cannot do the stop. Has to back up, turn it around. Not once, but twice. And
oh, no.
Oh.
Wedge wrench. He'll be coming back down. Todd Gilliland.
Oh, who left that on?
Bubba. Hey, Bubba Wallace, it's Boy and the Boys up in the booth. You got me?
What up, Doc?
And you are. 05 car, that leader was getting really big in that windshield at the end of that run.
About the same as last week, so I bailed. Yeah. Car's really good, so just appreciate everybody on this 23 team. We've been working really hard just to get our rhythm back, get our mojo back from the beginning of the season. So it's a long way to go,
but it's nice to be fast, so see what we can do here.
All right, man, keep it up. Thanks for the time.
Second top 5 in a stage here for Bubba Wallace. Now you'll see Ricky Stenhouse, the orange car, come in, and boy, he got turned around. He was also too fast entering.
So, caution still out here in this stage break coming into it. And JT, the action, hopefully going to hot up in the next stage. What are you expecting in stage 2, which will run for 100 laps?
Yeah, absolutely. And Stenhouse Jr. getting put to the rear then for 2 fast entering. There's the 38.
A lot of fuel coming out, look at that.
Yeah, are they going to remove the...
Yeah. One little turn back and away it goes. So out goes the jack for Gilliland. Oh, 2 delayed pictures there from Fox.
There's a lot of fuel there spilt for there, so they're gonna have to get that cleaned up. So the 47 got spun around on pit road, as you saw, lap 89 of 400, 10 laps under caution this time. We've been under caution for 7 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, and I suppose, Adam, as well, that makes it round about maybe an 85 stage 2, which was pretty much similar to stage 1 with the cautions that get into it. But if we have a very caution-filled stage 2, which is often here at Martinsville, what are you expecting to see in terms of the strategy? Will they pit again, or will they just sort of go, okay, let's just make it through this one, and then we'll see a lot of pits in stage 3?
I think if it's a caution field stage 2, you could see teams like try the undercut to get around at least top 5. I could see if you're maybe 10th on back, I would try, or at least 10 to 15th or maybe lower, try a strategy, to get as many positions as possible here in stage 2. And now it's time to start I think stage 2. You want chaos? I think we're back to see a little bit chaos. It normally happens at Martinsville.
So we're getting ready then for the start procedure of stage 2 and the choose line to come into effect. We'll hand over shortly to Fox as well, and then we'll come back when we're ready for the green flag, all designed to give our voices a bit of a break and Fox some of their airtime. As they've been, NASCAR, very, very, very helpful with our watch-along coverage this season as well, and very much it is appreciated. So the choose all into effect. We're getting ready for the restart then, JT, and it should be quite good.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting ready for the restart.
Gilliland removing.
There it is.
Yeah, well, we're coming to the green, so we may as well just keep it on and get going. Oh, what on earth was going on there at the 16 squad? And that's the 12 running over his own mechanic. Ryan Blaney running over his front jackman. Okay. Got to be quick in this game. Now, they haven't come to the choose rule yet, which they were supposed to. Here we go. Logano will take pole, so he has led a lap. He's our first different leader. Larson, Wallace, Elliott, Hamlin, Truex, Byron, Briscoe, Bowman, Busch, the top 10. That's the changeover time as we get ready to come into it. Left rear lug issue.
We're on 1 to go.
Yeah, left rear lug issue and more adjustments were reasons for Blaney's slow stop. So, here we go then. Ready for stage 2 of the Cookout 400 here at Martinsville Speedway. And the cars lining up for the green. All aboard with Truex. He runs in 6th. You can hear the cars gearing up. Pace cars in. Green flag has been given. Logano on the inside line. Larson on the outside. Getting ready into the Geico restart zone, which is at the exit of turn 4. 2 little straightaways. The fans are up. They're cheering. Logano's going to hit the pedal to the metal. Green flag. We are racing here in Martinsville for the Cookout 400. And stage 2 is underway. And immediately, Logano blocks the inside line. Bubba Wallace takes the low line and moves up into second position. Down into third place goes Larson as they swing through 3 and 4. Wallace into second. And now Larson immediately wants that low line. But Chase Elliott is right back up the inside of him as well and wants to retake that position. On to lap 2 as they swing through 1 and 2 once more. They're all just holding it together, but JT, no spinners, and a terrible restart for Larson. Let's look at Bubba Wallace right on the back of Logano already.
Yep, Hamlin down low on Carl Larson. Little bit of a wheel bang there for Hamlin, who's on the low line going down the inside of Larson. Larson's teammate Chase Elliott getting a little bit of the action. Byron just behind him as well as they go single file. Hamlin, Larson, Elliott and Byron as we cut to Bowman down on the inside of 19 of Truex Jr.
And now we see Hamlin getting ahead of Larson, but you were right as well. Briscoe up to 7th. Bowman now ahead of Truex. Truex down to 9th. Them two side by side coming through turn 1. Bowman's on the inside line. Can he get the run into 3 and 4? No, he can't. Hamlin moves up. Here we see now the side-by-side maneuver with Bowman on the inside. Truex just getting into it. Now under attack as well from Busch in 10th position. Good restart there, Adam, as they come in. Lap 98 we're on of 400.
Yeah, it was Josh, and Carl Larson had his hands full there at the start of this stage with Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, and Joey Logano out in front, and let everyone know about the title sponsor of the race today. Cookout, it is a southern fast food restaurant chain, and I have been to a few of them, and their milkshakes are the best. So, and there's one coming to my hometown, so I'm looking forward to it come summer.
Down we go then at the back of the circuit. And on there's the 10. So coming into it, that's Gregson and Corey LaJour coming through. Oh, the 42 slipped up the inside there like he was standing still. John and Nemechek making real strides up the circuit there as well. Great job from him in that 42 car. He's a lap down, but getting ahead of Henrik Williams as well. LaJour and Dillon in that battle. Logano, 0.2 of a difference now as well. And Bubba Wallace, I think JT today could be his day. He's all over the back of Logano and looks racy, and he was in there as well in stage 1. Bubba Wallace looking strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Bubba Wallace was second all throughout stage 1. Now second at the start of stage 2. It's just a leader who has changed Joey Logano out front, but Bubba Wallace right on the back of the 22 car.
Back through we go at stage 2 into turns 3 and 4. Lap 23 of 100. The field now very much going single file, and they've been reminded under caution as well to go single file, not do the doubles. Only that will be at the restarts as well to limit the track, because it is a short circuit here, as we said, 0.526 miles, half mile, short track. As we see Daniel Suarez, winner back in Atlanta, having a little bit of trouble out there. Where's he dropped down to? 20th position. Oh, good for him. But he's staying consistent. Started 21st, ended stage 1 in 21st. Now moved up a position as well, so that's something at least on the monitor. But yeah, he's changed something. Jamie Little.
And the decision to take right sides, Paul Wolf told me that was probably going to be their play. He was very comfortable leaving Joey out there on older left side tires. He said this tire is reacting like it did here in the fall, and they were really good. They were happy with the setup yesterday. He evolved it just a little bit, but so far so good as the 22 continues to lead.
Well, it looks like Joey's driving away from Bubba a little bit right now. Where this is really going to come into play is when he catches the back of the field, and that's really where we're going to get a read on what Joey Logano's car is going to do on 2 tires.
Well, it tells me that the left sides aren't wearing much. I mean, we're approaching 30 laps into this stage, and just like I just heard you say, he's getting away from second place Bubba Wallace.
Ryan Blaney, here's what happens when you have to make a second pit stop under caution. You end up back here racing with cars that are a lap down, trying to fight your way back to the front. Blaney now 23rd. He has only gained 1 position.
And I bet his rating.
Oh, just hearing from Bob Podcross that Bell's saying about a tyre problem. Like he's got a flat tyre. So keep an eye on that. If that throws to a caution, if you can get it back to pit road, it's a short track here. The loop is at turns 3 and 4, and you have to go all the way down the start-finish straight through 1 and 2 at the exit. It's a weird pit lane. Only filters out, of course, of the back stretch. But yeah, apparently Bell with Christopher Bell with a flat tyre. Logano leads on lap 110, 30 of 100 in stage 2, and there is Bell with that flat tyre running up high, and he's not hitting the wall too much. Yeah, yellow's out. Is that for Bell? Because he's having to do another lap on this track. So yellow is out. Debris on the front stretch. That's why the caution's out. So the yellow is caused by Christopher Bell and the tyre elimination, but there is debris on the front stretch, and that's why the yellow has been thrown with that flat tyre. Need I say, JT, is this a worry of tyre and the Goodyears going down like we saw at Bristol a couple of weeks ago?
Possibly, but it's only the first one currently, and
is that a suspension
has he
failure?
hit the wall?
Yeah.
That's suspension.
Yeah, that is proper suspension. He's out of that one. Let's get up pit road.
Oh, trouble.
You're not going to get back from that one. That ain't just a flat tire fix.
Yeah, he's going to have to go behind the wall. So get the DVP up as well. But yeah, there's the caution. Very, very late. While we're under caution, I'm going to throw it to JT and try and get that back. Because we're like a minute 2 behind, and it's a short track. So back to you, JT.
Yeah, absolutely. So under caution then. And as everyone goes through the line, there's Bell in pit lane. It is Logano, Bubba Wallace, Hamlin, Larson, Elliott, your top 5. Byron, Briscoe, Bowman, Truex Jr. and Busch, your top 10. Then it's the 1 of Chastain, the 45, and following the 45 of Tyler Reddick. Then it's the 4 of Josh Berry, the 41 of Ryan Preece, then Austin Cindric rounds out the top 15. And Christopher Bell in the 20 has got back out on track. So they were able to fix whatever problem that was. And continuing 16th is Keselowski. 17th is going to be the 54 of Ty Gibbs. Then it's the, it's all just updated, the classification. So quickly, Logano, Wallace, Hamlin, Larson, Elliott, Byron, Briscoe, Bowman, Truex Jr., Busch, Chastain, Reddick, Berry, Preece. Then it's Cindric, the 71 of Zane Smith. Keselowski moves down to 17th from 16th. Gibbs, Hosfar, Stenhouse Jr., the 38, the 99 of Daniel Suarez. And then it's the 43 of Eric Jones. 17 is Chris Buescher. Then it's Blaney, who's trying to get his back up to the top, as we have a look at Logano given a little bit of a tap. So is Larson. And here's the incident between Austin Dillon and Ryan Blaney, as Blaney tries to move up on the field. So then in 26th, it's the 10 of Gregson, the 7 of LaJoy, the 42 of Hunter Nemechek. Then it's Burton, followed by Austin Dillon, McDowell, then Daniel Hemrick, the 16 of Josh Williams this weekend. Then Grala in 34th, followed by Justin Haley, who is 2 laps down. Same with Josh Williams there as well. Then the 66 of Starr, who is 4 laps down, and Christopher Bell, after his incident, is last. 4 laps down as well. Lap 117 of 400, stage 2. Lap 37 of 100. Only 20 laps longer than stage 2, but with all of these cautions, it'll be getting closer to stage 1 green flag if we stay green after this. But cautions do breed cautions, especially at a short track here like Martinsville, only 0.526 miles. This short oval, as everyone is single file circulating. This caution for debris, the free pass goes to the number 10 of Noah Gregson in the Stuart Haas racing car, as we circulate under caution for only the second time. The first one, of course, being the conclusion of stage 1. So only the first caution for incident here at Martinsville is Christopher Bell circulating to catch up with the rear of the field. There he is. He's had a pass through, so instead of 4 laps down, he's now 3 laps down. Same with the 66 of David Starr. Adam, thoughts going into the restart?
Oh, Josh, I expect to see. It's been a nice race so far, quite calm compared to what we've seen in the past at Martinsville. I think we'll start to see this race starting to heat up as stage 2 winds down, as we start and we get ready for stage 3 as the pace car goes on the pit road.
Pace car
restarts with Josh.
Goes into pit road. So we are green once more. Logano, an incredible jump. Bubba Wallace keeps round the outside. Hamlin down on the inside of Bubba Wallace to try and get second. Logano gets a car lead, but Hamlin trying to go up the inside of Bubba Wallace for second place. Hamlin still side by side, gives Bubba Wallace, the 23 car, a little bit of a tap. We look further back to the 9, 48 and 24 of the Hendrick Motorsport crew, as we've got a car down pit lane of the number 7 of Corey LaJoy, as Elliott down the inside of Bowman, and Byron trying to get through as well. Byron very nearly going into the back of the number 48 car, as Logano has got the lead single file, as we keep an eye on split screen for this Hendrick Motorsports battle. Let's try and not collide with everyone and take multiple of your cars out of the running on this 40-year anniversary race, as Bubba Wallace is keeping with Logano on this one, as we cut to Josh Berry trying to go round the outside of Truex Jr. on board with the Truex Jr. bumper cam, getting right into the back of the bumper of Josh Berry, the rear bumper, as we go across the line to start the next lap. Stage 2, lap 44 of 100 now, 124 of 400, as that's Bush trying to get round the outside of the bright car of the 45 of Tyler Reddick, and Priest just behind him as well. Still side by side as we circulate round the circuit, and Briscoe keeping on the back of the Hendrick Motorsports train. It's Larson, Elliott, Bowman and Bryan, all 4 of them in a line. Chase Briscoe on the radio there. Hello, Josh.
Oh, don't. Logano, Wallace, Hamlin, Elliott, the top 5 then. 46 of 100 in this one. Pack Racing coming through. Look at the 43 stuck on the outside. The 12 coming in, almost getting shoved towards the wall with Blaney. And I'll tell you what, JT, as well, it's Pack Racing. That one caution, though, it hasn't really changed the direction of this race.
Yeah, absolutely. Still Logano out front with an incredible restart there for Joey Logano.
Adam, what do you make of the start?
I quite enjoy it, Josh. Nice clean start to stage 2. And did you guys notice the sponsor for Gun Hunter Nemechek this week? It's a legendary racing school based in Lakeville, Connecticut, the home of Lime Rock Park. The legendary Skip Barber Racing School is the main sponsor this week, and as we all know, a lot of drivers get their starts at the legendary Skip.
And they're coming up then with Logano half a second ahead to Bubba Wallace. There goes the TV pictures again coming through. And Hamlin in third position, 1.125 seconds down. Larson in P4. Elliott's fifth, but he's already a second back. So the top 4 still mathematically close together, but the rest of the field condensing in as we come up on the top of the hour. Halfway in stage 2, 50 of 100. Like 131 of 400 here. 269 laps to go in this race. And they're just holding it together. Berry outside in the top 10. Which is keeping it on in stable positions. But Logano pretty much doing what Larson did in stage 1 and just holding that front line. 45 of the 131 laps today as well. So not bad there, JT. Yep. And I think he's going to go long as well in this field stint. He might just take it to the end now with that caution helping out.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we get another caution in this stage, which is likely here at Martinsville due to the nature of this circuit, he'll definitely be able to go to the end as well. With only 48 to go, we're halfway through this stage. And of course, the first 13 laps of this stage was under caution for the stage break. And then we had the 6-lap caution in the middle of the stage, the first lap being 114, the last lap being 119 for that caution, which saw the 10.
Byron having a snap through T2.
Big slide.
Yeah, just a slide. Let's go down pit road, got an interview.
And, a lot of fun being here today. I told them I've done this for a long time, but this is the first time I ever watched a race at Martinsville as a spectator. I was always kind of involved in it a little bit, but I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the day, and this is the same hat I wore when Bodine won the first race right here in '84.
How about that? The same hat. Is that awesome? It's so much fun being up here with the friends and family.
I remember Frank Edwards when he started with Rick Hendrick, who came down from Palmer Springs, Virginia, down to Charlotte to sell cars, ended up owning a dealership, which then became more dealerships, drag raced boats, and then found his way to NASCAR, formed a team, almost went out of business, but his crew chief, Harry Hyde, said, Rick, the car's ready, the boys want to go, Jeff wants to race, Martinsville's one of his best tracks, just let us go to Martinsville, don't shut us down. And Rick said, all right, go to Martinsville, and the rest is history.
That Bodie drag race is in the Heritage Center, his museum down there. He took me through that one day. What a neat place that is. What a life. What a story.
Here's a guy we hadn't talked about much on Monster Energy onboard there.
Ty Gibbs' boy, Harrison Burton, has been getting bounced around. They're off the bumper of John Hunter Nemechek. Noah Gregson trying to get by.
Man, it's still happening.
Justin Haley. And Kaz Gralla.
That's a pinball. I think he bounced off 4 cars right there.
Yeah, I was actually watching that, and it wasn't over yet because Corey LaJoie put him 3 wide, and it continued for 2 more laps.
Yeah, it's getting close out there in the mid-pack as well as we're seeing the 14. Oh, and again, that was Byron getting a little bit wide as well. And then coming into it as well, Bowman having a moment. Corey LaJoie's back up the inside. So everyone is slipping and sliding in the rear end of the pack, trying to have to go through. And again, there's Logano by half a second now to Bubba Wallace. Omi's watching on in the background as well. Hopefully he's enjoying a little bit more of NASCAR, and we'll hear from him throughout the broadcast as well from fresh point of view. The freshman, we'll call you, I think, Omi, for NASCAR. Slowly getting you into it a little bit.
Yes.
Does it interest you? Some of it's got to interest you. It's a different type of racing, isn't it?
It is.
Logano leads by 0.6 of a second. 39 to go in stage 2. Yeah, and at the moment as well, we've got Wallace hunting him down. But as I said, my pick a winner for this weekend, Denny Hamlin running in 3rd position, really is going strong. But nobody, and I repeat, nobody has expected the charge from Bubba Wallace. Absolutely electrifying this race at the moment. Yes, Logano's got the advantage at the front, but I didn't expect to have this run. It's really stabilising and keeping it well, and I'm impressed as we're seeing now the 42 on the outside line. That's John Hunter Nemechek. And Gregson going down low. And how has it taken me until round 8 of the season to notice the names on the top right-hand side of the windscreen? Not going to lie. First time I've noticed them, I'm always looking to the doors.
Well done.
For the car number. I'm always looking to the doors for the car numbers and then having to look to the stat sheet. I could have just looking to the top. Well, we've never had this good quality of TV pictures, have we, to be fair, on the broadcast. So that's a nice one. But Nemechek, hang on, they're on the rear window too? How am I just noticing this? Fox have not been doing a good job throughout the year if this is the first time I'm noticing them and we've been commentating now for 10 weeks. What? Okay. Are they new or they've always been there? Have I just really missed out on that?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel foolish. So,
And even some of the cars have it on the side, on top of the door.
like Logano's there. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I've never known. Do you know, I feel like I'm blind. I've just been given the gift of sight for the first time. I have never noticed that. Now I can actually see it. But Nemechek's almost into the wall. Gregson's coming down low. I've been going off my stat sheet that's blue tacked to the bottom of the TV monitor.
Josh.
Yeah.
In fact, there are regulations about how the name has to be displayed on the windshield and the rear windshield.
Oh, for God's sake.
There is a full regulation sheet of how it has to be displayed, at what diameter, and what font, and what size, and when you go into the playoffs, it's a completely different regulation.
Do you know, I feel even more embarrassed that I've been watching this series for years and haven't noticed that. So generally the first time I've noticed that, or the first time I can remember noticing it as well. So, yeah, that's just brilliant. As there's Dylan ahead there of Logano. Because I've been going on the numbers, learning the numbers to try and call them. Didn't know they have their names on the cars in visible font as well. As Bowman just ahead of them now in 6th position. He's jumped up massively. Remember, he was a couple laps down further back. No idea what's going on. So Logano, Wallace, Hamlin, Larson, Elliott at the top 5 as they come into it. What a fantastic run we're having in this one. Still 152 of 400 laps. We're keeping it in together. And hello as well to Fabrice. Says, hey guys, great commentary as ever. Do you think Kyle Larson will be the man to give Denny Hamlin a race for the win today? Or will Logano hold on with his Ford? I think we've got a three-way fight here, honestly, between the Ford, the Toyota and the Toyota. So I think we've got Logano, Wallace and Hamlin as the 3 throughout the race. And Adam, what do you think? I think that's the case I'm going for.
Yeah. I will agree with that. And there's another comment that from Joshua.
And Logano.
I was not.
Logano. Oh, we lost Adam there. Logano coming through. 3/10 off the pace. And they've backed up together massively now as well. And yeah, 8/10 now to get. So the lap traffic causing a problem as Denny Hamlin tries to look to the inside line. Down low at turns 1 and 2. Tries to retake the position on that inside line. And Dylan is now holding them up as well. So we're coming on to the end of the break, 25 to go. Stage 3 will run for 220 laps, remember, on the monitor board. And JT, look at that from Larson, trying to go right around the outside of Hamlin 3. So we're not going a four-way fight for the victory here.
Yeah, absolutely, and it may be worth noting, Josh, that for the windshields, the driver name becomes yellow
for the
if they're a playoff driver later on in the year. So yeah, on the top of the windshield, as we've got a battle here, Logano is approaching lapped traffic, and a lot of it as well, so keep an eye on that as Hamlin looks round the outside of Bubba Wallace. Austin Dillon making a move on Star further back, which blocks the way for Logano. Logano gets into the back of Dillon.
And this is now going to be Constantinoing up because Bubba Wallace can get in there, but I do not know how David Starr has met minimum speed here. He's just a moving chicane this weekend. He should not be on the racetrack. He's 5 laps down, slowest of everybody, and getting in everyone's way. He should not be on a short track. There should be a minimum speed on these type of races, otherwise it gets dangerous. Look, he's now blocked. He's come down low without even a care in the world. Look at that. He's nearly hit Bowman coming in there. Alex Bowman hitting the inside line. So, again, getting stupid. But Dillon holding off and desperately not wanting to lose out. But here comes Bubba Wallace attacking Logano. Hamlin and Larson coming in. 4-way scrap for the end of stage 2 here. This is more exciting. It'll go by quite quick as well. 20 seconds a lap. We've got about 12 minutes. So down we come again. Just loving hearing the cars for a few seconds blast past when we can on the backing track. Hamlin taking the high line, trying to get around the outside. Bubba Wallace, bad exit. Rear stepping out of 2. Hamlin then will take advantage. Goes down low, touching the back. Little bit of contact. Rear bumper once and twice. Hamlin hitting the back of Bubba Wallace through 3. Larson's getting involved in that too, so Logano's got 4 tenths up. Now Larson in 5th, tries to go around the high line, swoops it through. Hamlin's still down low, but I tell you what as well, this is going to have to be a very decisive move because Hamlin cannot risk spinning out Bubba. And Bubba's the type of driver who would purposely spin out as well if it would take out another competitor. He's done it before, as now we've got the inside. That was perfect from Hamlin there, Adam. I think he sliced his way on the inside, and he did force Bubba on the high line. Now Bubba's going to retaliate, and he's not going to be happy about this, but it was a good move from Hamlin. Very nice.
Yes, it was, Josh. Nice move from Denny Hamlin, and we all know that Denny Hamlin is part owner of 2311 Racing, along with Michael Jordan. So, yeah, nice to see Bubba Wallace up there. You know, this is not one of his best tracks, and he's, nice to see him running, P3 at the moment, trying to hold off Kyle Larson, but I think we will see Bubba Wallace in victory lane in 2024. Don't know where, but I think his time is coming this year.
I'll go out on a limb and say this weekend, but you're right, Bubba Wallace, 12 starts here. He's only had 2 top 10 finishes. No DNFs though, but his best finish was 8th. Back in 2022 on that October race, as Logano now gets a tap. 1, 2, 3. Taps through the first 2 corners from Hamlin. Little knock at the door there. Logano is going to be very much on the cusp now. Hamlin goes on the high line through 3 and 4. Can't get away through. Bubba's going to be right there. So JT, this is it. The fight for stage points, and Hamlin wants the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Hamlin going round the outside. Logano gets ahead. Will Hamlin now go to the low side? No, he stays on the high side.
To answer. Oh, and Hamlin's still going to go on the outside line as well, but that's going to allow Bubba Wallace to come through on the inside line. I know there's a comment in the chat I want to get to in a second. to come through, but still side by side. Hamlin goes down low. Logano can't cover that one. Hamlin's forced his way through just like he did on Bubba Wallace a few moments ago. Can he get the traction coming out? Toyota versus Ford coming into turn 3. Bubba's right there, nearly making contact. Logano hits the side of Hamlin, gets himself a bit unsteadied. Hamlin now across the line, a thousandth of a second between them at the control line with 11 laps to go in stage 2. Hamlin on the inside line, exit of 2, cuts up high and takes the lead here at Martinsville. Logano's going to try and sweep it right back the outside line through 3 and 4. It's a high line traction zone, but he can't get through. Hamlin comes up and shuts the door, and Denny Hamlin takes the lead on course for a 5th race win here at Martinsville. Fabulous stuff from him. I should say 6th win. I'm reading my stats wrong. Pole 4 times, 5 wins here. He's on course for his 6th win and his 3rd win of the season, and he's won the last 2 short track races going in this season as well. So yeah, just to answer Joshua Donacant's message, guy at the top, yep, I'm Josh Birch, and the guy at the bottom in the blue, well there's 2 blues actually, right down at the bottom, JT, give us a smile, that's Josh T. So you've got Josh B and Josh T. But you've also got Jess B. So we can't, that's why sometimes if there's 2 in, we can't say JB because Jess is there too. Quickly, the 14 and the 24 having a battle. That's Briscoe and Byron. So Briscoe moves up into 7th position ahead of Byron as that move came in quite late. What a move. This race is getting interesting. Logano now under pressure from Bubba Wallace on the inside line to turn 1. Bubba's kept his front in the inside, and Logano side by side. Ford v Toyota once more. The Toyota seems to have the better end race package, and there's Bubba door banging Logano on the back straight into 3 and 4, and it's Logano turned on him. Logano turned in. He's unsettled the car himself. Bubba Wallace takes 2nd position and should hold it with ease because Logano's going to get constantly unsettled. Look at that. Logano's physically turning into Bubba. Bubba's holding his line. Now he's going to come up to stop him, but Logano was trying to turn him around there, JT, and now we've got Larson go around the outside, and Elliott touches the back of them as well. Logano's dropping like a sinking stone.
Yeah, absolutely. Logano just dropping, and now here comes Larson round the outside.
What a move from Larson, and Elliott's going to try and follow in suit as well with 5 to go in stage 2. But that was Logano physically trying to punt Wallace out of the race. He was hitting him 3 times. Now look, he's trying to do the same to Elliott down the start straight. Watch how early he'll turn in. But Elliott's got the braking right. Logano, watch this, ready? There's 1 hit. And at the exit, you'll see the 2nd as they come up towards the wall. He just sets it into 3. Yeah, Logano's not... There's another one. Elliott stays up high, and Logano's just trying to fight with everybody. That's bad from Joey Logano, but what can be expected for the man who cheated on the Super Speedways this year by using the Spider-Man glove? And got caught out, as now Bowman on the inside line. Logano sinking massively now. And will he try and get himself into a contact position? Because now we're seeing, look, there he is again, turning in. That's Logano turning in again, and Bowman getting unsettled. So this is now a fight to the end of the stage. We've got 2 to go, coming up with 1 to go in stage 2. Only an hour and 12 of racing. It's a really quick race here. Really good action today at Martinsville. And there it is again. Logano just turning in everybody. Bowman nearly getting spun round now by the 14 of Briscoe. Logano must be getting a warning from the stewards here. I cannot accept that this is what's happening. He's turning in everybody. As we see, Denny Hamlin out of 3 and 4. Hamlin takes the stage 2 victory on course here to take the full win. Wallace, Larson, Elliott, and Logano just holds on for 5th from Bowman, Briscoe, Byron, Chase, Chastain, and I believe in 10th went Josh Berry. Hamlin, though, wins stage 2 of the Cookout 400 here at Martinsville Speedway. And it was with a fantastic overtake. The man has won 2 short track races so far this year. Not a bad stage there, JT.
Yeah, absolutely. Only 1 caution for incident, and it was in that stage. This is our 3rd caution, and it's the number 31 of Daniel Hemrick getting the free pass, so he'll get put back on the lead lap there as well.
What do you make of it, Adam?
I loved it, and I'm surprised we've only had one caution so far here at Martinsville, and that's unlike anything we normally see here at Martin. Here, but stage 3, I think things are going to start to get heated up, and if you look on YouTube, I'm in the middle of a Josh sandwich today.
You are, yeah. I'm at the top. You're in the middle, and Josh T's at the bottom, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of like it. I kind of like it. It is the same weekend. It's the same weekend. It's unique, and next weekend NASCAR joins, heads to Texas along with MotoGP, so it'll be a Lone Star State showdown for MotoGP versus NASCAR.
Yeah, and surprisingly, Dorna didn't think, okay, let's start the race, but let's end it just as the green flag goes out for NASCAR. So that's going to be a very close one. The current plan is, I don't know if Megan's going to be here as well, so the current plan is that we would have the first stage with USRN or Josh T doing it, and then I'll take over the stream as well. We've yet to figure that out.
I will happily do it.
Yeah, we've yet to figure that out, exactly what's going on for that one. And also, I know for 100% that Megan is not with us in COTA. I know that for certain. She's taking that race off this weekend. But we have in conversations to get... No. I would say yes, but no. MotoGP's locked off for very specific reasons as well. Because we have lined up, fingers crossed, if it's possible, because this person will be on site at COTA. I know it's not Maddie Patterson. If we can get them into a room with a laptop and some headphones, they can join us. I'm not saying who, but there is a lineup in the comms box for the main Grand Prix as well. But Maddie Patterson will still be with us. Sorry, that came in quite loud there at the wrong time. Maddie Patterson will still be with us as well, because she'll be taking us through the gaps between qualifying and the races, and she'll hopefully be able to join us for a practice session as she's done her America road trip at the moment. But yeah, as it lines up, but yeah, it'd be nice to have Maddie in the box for us as well. Brilliant team as well. As well. That's from Bree saying Josh Burch is the master. JT is getting better and better all the time. Adam has some great observations and is really consistent anchor. Brilliant team. JT manages to pull out some great facts and forms. Starts well in the thick of the racing too. Yeah, he's got all the accesses. We head down pit road and we head to Fox.
Radio about what the pit call would be. He was hinting that he wanted to do 2 tires, but it's going to be 4 for him. Just a little bit too tight, but got better as he ran. Jamie?
22, Joey Logano led 83 laps there on right side tires only, so of course it'll be a 4-tire stop. Here you see a chassis adjustment as well. Bubba in the 23 said he has to slow down to keep that car underneath him. It got a little too swingy. The 11 of Denny Hamlin pretty happy with it.
A lot of congestion around the turns 1 and 2, where there are pit stalls and the exit of pit road there at turn 2. Denny Hamlin the leader, Elliott up 2 on the stop, and Ryan Blaney picks up 12 spots from 20th to 8th.
Okay, well that was unexpected. I was expecting to hear more from them as well. So I was in the middle of replying to a text message as well about everything that's going on in the race today. So we're in for an interesting run with Hamlin then back to the lead at the front as the field will congest. But Chase Elliott now off pit road gets into 2nd place. Bubba Wallace down to 3rd. JT, starting with you. Now we go to 220 laps, the longest of all in stage 3. What are you expecting we're going to see? It's been unusual to have the stages this differential, but yeah, what are you expecting to see in stage 3?
Yeah, absolutely a big difference from 100 laps to 220 laps. A pit stop we should see in the middle of this stage to get the cars to the end. But if a caution is at a perfect time, it'll play out incredibly. for some cars out on track, which may not be at the front of the field currently. One of them I'm keeping an eye on. I'm trying to see where he is in the field. It's the number 12 of Ryan Blaney, who's 8th.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on him.
Adam, what are you expecting in stage 3?
Well, I'm surprised we haven't had the typical chaos that we've seen at Martinsville in the past, but I think as the laps want, if we get close to the finish, things should start to heat up at the paperclip. So let everyone joining us here this afternoon / this evening on a beautiful Sunday in Martinsville, Virginia.
Omi, watching in the backgrounds as well, so to you quickly as well. What do you what have you been thinking of NASCAR?
Definitely plenty of action coming in, so I think we've had some good racing so far, and I think we're going to have good racing, hopefully all the way till the end.
So, 3 cautions, only 1 for debris, no spinners, no accidents. It's been a calm opening 2 stages. Now, we're expecting to see more. Let's hand it back over to Fox and rejoin as we get ready for the restart procedure coming soon for the start of stage 3. Let's hand back over to Mike Joy. And first of all, let's head back to Charlotte for the latest catch-up.
And Jamie here in the Race Day Studios getting you ready for stage number 3. Any surprises so far?
Not really. It's been about Toyotas and Hendrick Motorsports like we've really seen all year, especially at the short tracks. And I know that Denny won that last stage, but I've got my eyes on Hendrick Motorsports. I just think it's the 40th anniversary. We love great stories in sports, knowing what Hendrick Motorsports has. All 4 of those cars painted the same Shannon. I've got my eyes on all 4 of those guys, mainly Chase Elliott right now in P2.
Yeah, speaking of stories, Denny Hamlin and restart's been the story all week. Let's see how he handles this one, Mike, as he's out front.
Well, there's a communication failure there. Let's rejoin Mike Joy and Fox Sports as well.
Former employees and families. Daniel Suarez too fast exiting, and Ryan Blaney got 2 tires. He got 4 on the last caution, so he just got 2. Picked up 8 spots. 2 tires for Ty Gibbs, but look at the contact here. Gibbs at the top trying to come out.
Boom. Then watch down here at the bottom. Watch Logano pull out, gets blocked by Bowman, has to check up here and stacks them all up. That's his 2 spots lost.
Close quarters.
Yeah, that's a traffic jam right there.
Daniel Hemrick, the free pass on this, the 3rd caution of the day.
Be a big win for that Chase Elliott in a 9 car to be able to put this 40th anniversary win together for Hendrick Motorsports. Man.
Well, and on top of that, just for Chase Elliott in general, we've talked about maybe not doing everything that they wanted to do as far as performance, but to be up front and have a chance here, that's all you can ask for.
Well, whatever we talk about during the race, you will hear all week long on Race Hub. It's been a busy week on FS1. Expert analysis and opinions, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Drew Blickensderfer guests on Tuesday. Chad Knaus and Eric Almirola, yesterday's winner, here on Wednesday. And Chris Busher will be on Race Hub Thursday. All the news and all the controversy on NASCAR Race Hub.
Adam looking pretty tough right there.
Man, did he? Looked like a gladiator, didn't he?
He's intense.
Hey, there's a Martinsville hot dog.
He's ordering another set right now.
More or less?
Speaks. Yep. Bring me some more. Another dozen.
Some more.
Jamie?
Well, Mike, we were talking about the 22 and staying on those left side tires, about 180 laps. No wonder why Joey Logano was falling back. Check this out, the wear on the left rear right here. Look at this flap and all the wear on the left front as well. It hung on for him to take 4 tires on that stop. We'll see what he can do now.
Wow. 180 laps on 1 set of left side tires.
We're all set then for the start procedure for the start of stage 3 here. Fingers crossed it will be a good one. The pace car will come off. Elliott will be on the outside line. Hamlin will be on the inside behind Bubba Wallace. And Larson coming into play. 220 laps. Stage 3 will take us all the way to 400. Green flag. And Bubba Wallace touching the back of Hamlin as he comes into turn 1. Chase Elliott on the outside line will be able to sweep through. Should be able to get a better exit. Hamlin was late on that restart. How coincidental compared to what he did a week ago by jumping the final start procedure. And Chase Elliott will swing down low. And Elliott will have the lead of this race ahead of Hamlin. So it's the 9 car who hits the front now as well. Hamlin just behind in second place. Bubba Wallace in third. Larson fourth. Logano's on the high line. He's coming in 5th position as well, trying to get through. And look at that. Everyone is cheering Elliott on. And why not as well? The Hendrick Motorsport team looking really strong in that Chevy. It's the UniFirst Ruby car at the moment. His sponsorship this weekend. And he's going really strong. As we saw Alan there, his crew chief, really going like, go. And it's a good restart there, JT. There they are actually in the fans area as well.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're side by side, a couple rows deep. Logano, Bowman, Byron, and Briscoe side by side as we go around the corners.
Yeah, and Bowman's going to have that inside line nicely down to T1. Although Logano's going to try and keep it, but he's on the outside line. It never works on the traction. Look at Byron, bit under pressure then as well as he's trying to make a move. I can't even see where they are. Yeah, there's Byron in 8th, Blaney 9th, Reddick in 10th. As Byron then is going to get a little bit of a door bang as it comes through, nearly touching the side of Briscoe. Bowman gets ahead. He's up into 5th. Logano has now dropped back into 6th position as well. So trading places, it seems like, is the key factor here today. Adam, what did you make of that restart?
I enjoyed it, Josh. Nice to see Chase Elliott out in front here, Martinsville, after what happened last year with him, having to miss races because of a snowboarding injury. So nice to see that beautiful number 9 UniFirst ruby red Chevy out in front here at the Cookout 400 at the legendary paperclip known as Martinsville.
So coming through again to take the advantage. Elliott then will have a break at the moment. He's got 0.8 of a second at the moment to Hamlin as they squeeze out the back half of the track. Yellow has come out. Why we are unsure at this time. And we really are unsure, actually, about why this yellow flag's come out. It's not showing up on the monitors at the moment.
We wait for the TV pictures to catch up. 2 laps behind.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be that far.
It's only around 30 seconds, and it's 20 spun at turn 4.
Right, that's the second one then for Briscoe to come through. Oh, there it is, actually. 38 with Gilliland around the outside of the 54 and the 43, and... Well, I'm really confused because Fox's pictures seem to be massively behind, but the timing screen's ahead of what we're actually seeing. I don't get it. It's because we're still under green flag conditions. We're like a minute behind, but we're not a minute behind.
It is.
Yeah. I'm really confused about that now. Like, I'm physically confused.
It'll be Christopher Bell spun at turn 4. There we are.
Right,
so what? More cues to the 20 team there.
We are on lap 204. So
yes.
Why is it not 204 for the Fox pictures, but the timing screen on the tower is saying the same amount of laps to go as we're seeing the same lap we're on? But the Fox pictures themselves are behind. I am really, really confused. Right. I don't know. I've never seen this before, actually. Let's have a look at why. Oh, it was a half spin from the 20. And then it just got looped back around. But it's a short track here, so it had to come out. So, yeah.
Yes.
Bell spinning at turn 4. I don't know if it was over his own accord. I presume it is.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so Bell is around for the caution. Right, I'm going to go in and see what the problem is on the TV pictures because I don't know why we're a minute behind. I'll hand over to you, JT.
Awesome. Now, while you're doing that, I have gone for a little bit of a search for what I sent JB, and it's Hendrick's Motorsports stats over the past 40 years. So, Hendrick Motorsports, 14 championships with 5 different drivers, 304 points paying victories, 20 different winning drivers, 28 Martinsville wins. Can they make it 29? Chase Elliott becoming the first driver from Hendrick Motorsports to lead today, with the 4th leader there, and that's the most by any team at any track. 12 Coca-Cola 600 wins, 12 Southern 500 wins, 10 Brickyard 400 wins, which we returned to this year at Indianapolis, and 9 Daytona 500 wins, 11 NASCAR All-Star race wins, and 13 of 61 NASCAR Hall of Fame inductees are affiliated with Hendrick Motorsports. That's a big number, 13 of 61. As well as we are under caution once again. The second one for incident, 4th of the day. The first one was for stage 1 conclusion. The second one was for debris from Christopher Bell. The third was stage 2 conclusion. And the 4th was a spin in turn 4 from Christopher Bell, as we've got cars down pit road. Christopher Bell, the 66 of David Starr, in the power source car, and it looks like 4 wheels for Christopher Bell after that spin get a fresh new set of rubber. They're having a look at that front right again, which is where they had the problems at the first caution for incident, but they are only going for 2 tyres, it looks like, for Christopher Bell. Just an extended look at the area of the car which caused them problems earlier on in the race. We are over 50% through this race, lap 208 of 400. It's Chase Elliott, Hamlin, Wallace, Larson, Bowman, 3 Hendrick Motorsport cars in the top 5. Then it's Joey Logano, Chase Briscoe, William Byron in 8th, Blaney in 9th, and Reddick rounds out your top 10. Then in 11th, it is the 1 of Ross Chastain, and Christopher Bell is back down pit road for the second time in 2 laps. Then it's the 38, the 43 of Jones in 13th, Hostfar Priest in the 41 rounds out the 15th. And then it's Cindric, Berry, the 47 of Stenhouse Jr., the 10 of Gregson, and the 17 of Briscoe rounds out the top 20. Lap 209 of 400. Welcome back if you're watching on FS1. And we are heading towards the green flag as we are side by side getting ready for the restart. On lap 209, we should be going to green lap 210 of 400 as we're side by side. The pace car rolls into pit road on board with Truex Jr. in 21st. Hamlin on the outside, Chase Elliott on the inside. We are green once again here at Martinsville for the Cookout 400.
Good restart from Elliott, down low and towards turn 1. Look at Bubba Wallace coming through. Hamlin's on the outside line. Keep an eye on Bowman though, JT. He's going to have that advantage. Not the fan cam when there's a restart. Get off, Fox! There we go. God's sake, Fox. But that's a good restart there, JT, as we complete that one. Bubba got a little on south through 3 and Larson nearly hit the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're single file, but Logano round the outside of Briscoe. Byron round the outside as we have a little bit of contact there from Briscoe and Logano. Still bumper banging there. And Byron, that's able to pull round the outside of Logano.
Keeping it nice and smooth. And Byron wants to have the attack. He wants to have the power. Can he do it? Logano hits once. He's touching twice into turn 3, and he's going to get a bump from the 14 as well of Briscoe. Briscoe gets a bump from the 12 as well of Blaney. Gilliland round the outside of the pair of them as Logano swaps sides. Byron gets ahead. Logano, he can't go down low. So, that is an interesting situation that they've come through on the inside line. Fantastic stuff. Sorry, I was going to throw a question out there, but I was just reading the chat out as well as it came through. Gilliland still on the attack. We've lost a monitor this weekend again, so I usually have the Fox coverage alongside the international coverage. I don't have that this weekend, so we're playing completely on the international pictures and a dodgy timing screen, which isn't great. Bubba Wallace, a 20.232. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far in this race rundown.
Well, the good news for me is we got you driving, so I'm excited about that. Our pace ain't too bad. We'll adjust accordingly here the rest of the race and try to help you at some point.
Damn.
That's Gilliland, who's been told pace is good, just keep going. Last year in the spring race, he was 25th. In the fall race, or the autumn, as we call it in the UK, but the fall race, he was in 10th position. Right now, he's running in 8th, the career best here at the circuit. JT, I know you've put it in the chat, but tell us the fuel window for these races as well.
155 to 170 laps.
Which is an awful long way, which with a total of 182 to go, we might be coming up to the final fuel stop, but we'll still have tyre stops as well. Here's Chase Elliott, led 23 of the 216 laps right now. Only had a couple of leaders in this race, actually. And I think 4 in total. Yeah, the 5, the 22, the 11, and the 9. So that's Larson, Logano, Hamlin, and Elliott. They're the only leaders we've had in this race, as you can see on the screen alongside us here in the comments box. As we gear up once more. Where are we next weekend? Texas Motor Speedway next weekend?
Yes, we are at Texas next weekend. So is MotoGP. We've got a move further back in the field. And that was a little bit of a bumper bash there, I believe, for the 47 of Stenhouse Jr. and the 4 of Josh Berry. Yes, it was. Yeah. The 4 of Josh Berry in the Mobile 1 car. Looks a little bit like a Porsche, but I can tell you it's definitely not a Porsche. It is definitely a NASCAR out there on track side by side with Stenhouse Jr. and gets to position as we go across the line to complete another lap. Lap 220 of 400.
Berry had a twitch through T1, but he wants this Sunny D livery back from his counterpart teammate at the moment, that 47 car. So give it back as we see the 17 now as well of Chris Buescher trying to go around the outside. We ride on board with Buescher and pedal cam and see the steering column directed directly to the front. Light the touch the brake, throttle and gear as he comes down. They do have a clutch as well, but I haven't actually seen him touch the clutch so far out there. He's got his foot ready on the brake, down 2. It's a semi-automatic gearbox in these ones as well to go through, so you don't need always the clutch engaged. Only if you're selecting to neutral or reverse do you have to press the clutch. It's an automatic where you just pull the shifter and it moves up. Similar to what you have if you drive an automatic car as well, and it has 3 gears that you can select it to. It's a similar concept in a NASCAR. There's low range gears, how it works out. Hamlin's told Elliott, beating him on entry into the corner as well. What? Hamlin told Elliott beating him on entry into the corner. Okay, so that's where Elliott's picking up this 2-second advantage at the front of the field. He's better into the corners than Hamlin, and we saw that on the onboards actually. Hamlin sliding around, can't get the apex sorted as well, but we've already been running for 1 hour 37 minutes, and we're already past halfway. It's flying by, JT. It's not been a long race as we expected.
Yeah, absolutely. If we keep caution free, which it's Martinsville, we've got 174 to go. That's very unlikely.
Well, the last race we had here, it was 7 cautions. That was in the fall race last year, but the most we ever had here was back in 2020. Sorry, it was back in 2007, where we had 21 cautions. The least we had here was 3 times. But 1 caution, but it's happened 3 times. The last time it happened was in 1971. We've had 4 cautions here today, so already we're sort of in the middle of what we had last year. As you take a look of the race so far on the Fox pictures. I mean, it really is annoying, actually, as well. Racing on the paperclip. Yeah, can we just have the actual race then, not a ad break? There we go. Lap 227 and 400. Great ad break bangers, but can we just have it? I think they've gone side by side, actually. So I think that's what we're seeing right now.
I can check. Let me check.
90% convinced that's what we got. As they turn once more back in on the full power lap times. And I'm really, yeah, me and Megan, by the way.
They are full screen.
They are full screen. Oh, okay. So, yeah. That's a disappointment if you're watching us in the States. Megan, by the way, and me have already fixed the monitor issue for next weekend at COTA. We now know what we need to do to make it work. So it's just like a botch job. Because to get the laptop repaired, it would have to be away for 2 weeks. And if you think about it, a lot can happen in 2 weeks. And without the laptop, we can't do anything. Because it runs it doesn't run the stream, but it runs the Discords. And it can't go on the laptop. So we'll have to wait until it's like a very low week, like in the middle of summer, when it's just like a MotoGP weekend or something like that, an IndyCar that we can take off and do ourselves. Me and Megan, everyone else can have breaks as well and get that sorted. And up the inside, that's Elliott lapping the 66. So that is David Starr 6 laps down in this race now.
So that's for the 7th time.
Yes. Just why is he out there? I said the same I think at Daytona. He was really off the pace. Off the pace in the duels, off the pace in the races. Why is he out there? On a short track, he's 6 laps down, is David Starr. Oops, those glitches come through at the moment. As we watch Elliott just circulating. Tell you what though, NASCAR TV production, one thing I fault them on is that when they're in full screen commercial breaks, they really don't care about the international pictures. They'll just follow the leader and then everybody else that's happening doesn't happen. For instance, Byron has just passed Bowman for P5 out on the track and we didn't see it. So if we don't see it, we can't talk about it. We just know it because it changed on the timing screen to 5 and 6 at the back half of the circuit. I will take this opportunity though to quickly explain what we've got coming up next week, because as we said, we've got the MotoGP, Moto2 and Moto3 races coming away from the Circuit of the Americas. That's going to be, as always, our biggest one, so that's going to be nice to have it at Texas. Then we have the NASCAR race from Texas Motor Speedway. So we are sticking to a Lone Star State theme next weekend, and we will have appropriate attire as well for that as well in Texas, as we celebrate that coming into it as well. And fingers crossed as well, it'll be a nice weekend of racing. Sunshine here has been out all day, not a cloud in the sky. Welcome back. 163 laps to go here at the Cookout 400. And let's go through the field and join Fox and what they want to look at.
And I'm going to take the 9-car. Chase Elliott, been 41 races, clear back to Talladega 22, but since he's won, somebody's going to have that 40th anniversary. Rick Hendrick, might as well be Chase Elliott, America's most popular driver.
I think it's going to come down to a late run, and as good as Bubba Wallace has been on the late run, I'm going to take Bubba Wallace. He's a 2-time Truck Series winner here, and I think he's going to get it done.
Well, Denny Hamlin is a 5-time winner here. He's won the last 2 short track races. Controversy and checkered flags follow Denny Hamlin. Keep an eye on the number 11. That's your Credit One Bank ones to watch. How's the hot dog, by the way?
The hot dog was actually better than I expected it to be.
Good.
What is that bubbling sensation? I hear bubbling.
That's my personality.
Perfect.
Best joke you've had in a while.
Yeah, Chris Myers has been giving me some insight on good jokes.
Don't take anything from him. That's the worst dad jokes in the history of Earth.
All right, Chase Elliott about to get into some traffic here. Christopher Bell is now 2 laps down in the number 20. And then just ahead, Harrison Burton trying to stay 1 lap down.
Yeah, it's not going to work out, is he, to try and have that differential between it. Shalfan says, Josh, aren't you hot with 2 layers? I'm actually quite pleasant because they're not that hot a layer. It's a very thin Japanese Racing Speedway shirt that I've got on this weekend because it was the Japanese Grand Prix this morning. And it's actually a very thin black long-lined T-shirt. So it's very, very thin material. And the reason I was wearing it is because it was freezing this morning and it's freezing this evening. But it's quite nice in this box. It's in summer, so it's spring, so it's warming up. But no, I'm fine. This is what I wore in Spain, to be fair. Not the thing, but the black T-shirt. I was wearing in Spain. It's fine. Elliott coming through then. Having the attack. He's now 1.1 ahead of Hamlin as they continue to attack. I think Adam as well. This is what we've got now at the moment. It's just the... Oh, and there goes the TV pictures. So if somebody can kick them. There we go. Yeah, so Adam, it's... Oh, hang on. They've really gone funny now up here in the comments box as well. If they don't fix themselves in a second, I'll have to hand over to JT to get this sorted. But they might pop back in a second. Yeah.
Started 19th, stage 1 17th, stage 2 12th, currently 10th. You're good on TV, Josh.
Yeah, it's just the pictures are blurred out for me on my end. I can't read anything on the monitor.
Do we want to go and refresh it?
Well, it wouldn't be a refresh. It would be selecting it, but it might pop back automatically in a second. That's the problem. And sometimes it does that. It just look, it's done it now. Look. So sometimes it does that. I wish NASCAR would get off Viaplay or Viaplay, whatever it is, and get onto Sky. The problems that would solve. Honestly, it would be amazing. So yeah, we'll figure that out. But yes, Adam, the question I want to ask you, this is the usual stage 3 early lull, isn't it? Because it's such a long stint at 220 laps. We don't really see action to go until we get into the last...
Here we go.
Stage 2 and stage 3. Yeah, hang on. What have you got for us, JT?
You're seeing it on your screen now. Gregson, Suarez getting past Star, but I believe Gregson and Suarez are battling for position. Yes, they are, while trying to get past Star.
Yeah, so David Starr again losing out backtrack as well. Anything important happens, we'll interrupt everybody and talk about it. That's the new rule. Something happens that we can't talk about, we interrupt each other and we'll say about it, as we see now as well. The 9 of Elliott lapping the 21 out there of Harrison Burton. But yeah, Adam, we're in the lull now, aren't we? It'll be last sort of pit stop coming in, 80 laps to go. That's when everything will kick off here for the stage 3.
Yep. Usually about... When we get about 80 laps to go, around there, it starts to get a little dicey.
Fingers crossed it's going to be a good race, this one, in the final couple of lap stages. Love to know Omi's thoughts on short track racing, actually, if you're still around in the background there, mate. I'd love to know what you're thinking watching a short track compared to when you were watching at Daytona and other racetracks.
I think we've had plenty of action, so it's been very, very good so far, and I hope it does continue all the way throughout.
Yeah, and here's the 21 of Burton getting in the way of the front runners, so he pulls to the side to let them through, and another lap gets put on his tally to go laps down.
Well, if Chase Elliott does manage to take the win here today, it'll be his first win since Talladega as well, back in October 2022. In that year's, we went into the knockout stages as well as later on in the year. So the name escapes me, actually, what they call it. The round of 16, the playoffs, there we go. Just escaped my brain. It's been a long day. Everyone's been really weird on sleep this weekend.
Of course, if one of the 400 Motorsports cars win, it'll be an incredible way to celebrate their 40-year anniversary. Theory. Of course, all cars in a ruby livery this weekend, and it would increase their record, as we've got Hamlin trying to get round Elliott for the lead.
What's happened there?
Of 29 down the inside. Hamlin goes for the lead side by side as he goes across the line. I'll continue what I'm saying after this, Josh.
That's very close between the two of them. Now, Elliott was 1.1 seconds ahead of Hamlin, but he's been held up by lapped traffic, and it's the 16 that's taking it. Hamlin will be on the inside line, and Elliott's going to get boxed out and blocked by the 16, and Denny Hamlin takes the lead. They're 3 wide into turn 3. Here comes Bubba Wallace, who makes contact with the 16, locks out. Larson hits the side of Bubba as they come across the line. Hamlin Hamlin is side by side into turns 2 and 3. Can they make the position? Can Hamlin take the lead? Elliott's going to hold it around the outside. Bubba Wallace and Larson side by side. And side by side, Byron and Bowman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 side by side here at Martinsville. And this is just kicked out of nowhere. We're not expecting this. Elliott on the outside. He'll hold position. But now they're going to have to... Byron's out of position here. Yep, here we go. Hamlin's got the inside line. He'll force Elliott up high into the braking zone for 3. But Elliott's got traction. He'll be able to keep it. Oh, not again. Door bang. Door bang. Watson across the line. It was 22 thousandths the last lap. It is 36 thousandths this time around. But JT, they're just staying together. Hamlin can't find a breakaway point. This is the problem with short track racing. You can't draft off anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Hamlin still up the inside of Elliott. Elliott gets a car length in front, but Hamlin dives down to the inside line.
He's going to try. Elliott shuts the door. Hamlin's found a way open. Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson still in the battle. Much better exit from T2. From Hamlin, they're side by side. T3 and 4 come up as well. Late on the brakes. Hamlin has won every short track we've run so far this season. Can he get another run at the exit? A little bit close to contact. Technically, it's 3 short tracks he's won out because he also did win the Clash at the Coliseum back at early on in the year. And Hamlin takes the lead. He's got more ahead than Elliott. Can he come up and shut that door? Elliott's still holding around the outside, but now the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek's out of it, and Elliott backs out, makes a mistake. Hamlin takes the lead here at Martinsville. Well, that took a long time.
Hamlin, our first leader to have the lead 3 times this race.
Fantastic.
With, 29 laps led, and there is the 66 getting lapped for an 8th time here out on the circuit.
So absolutely fantastic at the moment what's going on in this race. They are charging through, and Elliott trying to... Well, that's another lap down. So David Starr is now 7 laps down in this race. Unbelievable. 7 laps.
And that will update to -8 when he goes across the line next time. Well, it should.
Well, it will do, won't it? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
8 laps down. 8. He's car 66, running in 37th position as well. And there goes the TV pictures again, going up and down like a yo-yo.
Hamlin trying to get on the low side of the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek to lap him.
Should be easily
once
done.
more.
Oh, he's getting a bit of a fight. Well, he's got the blue flag though from the stewards. The blue flag with the yellow stripe through. And yeah, John Hunter Nemechek should really back out of this, but Hamlin is battling him like it's the lead of the race. What is he doing? Nemechek, lift off. Yeah, he's got him. Exit 1. Yeah, he's got him. Bit of a weird one to go into position on that front.
And Chase Elliott has fallen back to Bubba Wallace, who's right on his tail.
Yeah. So Bubba's going to try and get up there. He's got a longer fuel strategy run, remember, on that one as Bubba. He took more fuel last time out. That's why he lost positions further down. But yeah, not a bad run there to come through at the start. I'm really excited about the end of this one. We've got 134 to go, and that little battle proved, JT, that if there's a second gap, you can have it through.
Yeah, absolutely. Hamlin approaching the 71 of course, that's Zane Smith, and the 7 of Corey LaJoy. They are not battling for position, but they're both multiple laps down.
And have you got a fan here as well who's loving your motorsport background?
Thank you. It's called Joshua on who's watching in the chat. It's called, if you're wondering what I have in my background, well, I'm a fan of the Repco Australian Supercar Series, the series that Shane Van Gisbergen used to compete in. And what you see behind me is some of the stuff that I've received from friends that live in Australia, and have sent me over the years and stuff that I have purchased online in Australia as well. So thank you. So thank you to Joshua Jonacamp for asking me about my background. I appreciate it.
So Hamlin at the front moment leads by 1.4 seconds to Elliott Wallace, and then Larson and Byron complete the top 5. This was the Truck Series fight that we had yesterday, and we're going to hand over to Fox. They threw
that would have left a mark, Kevin.
It probably would have.
Boom! Your truck looks a little worse for the wear there.
What did they throw?
That
It's a mallet,
was an old clip, Josh. That was when it was Camping World Truck Series.
So, okay, that's an interesting...
A couple of years ago.
Right, okay. I thought that was the truck race that we had, but it's a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah. It was one of the truck races. It happened in a few years ago. There's a command blue flag from the starter's post. It's quite old. It's something that happened when it was still the Camping World Truck Series and the old NASCAR logo.
Ah, yes. Hasn't changed too much. Oops, hello a second. Larson trying to attack on Bubba Wallace.
Pretty wide.
Oh, hello. Bubba's going to get a bit wide here. Here we go. Larson splits between them, and Hunter Nemechek is a lap down, but is still involved in the fight here. Larson wants to get through, but Bubba's using everybody to go defensive. Well, we knew he would. We were saying that he would be doing this several times. What an attack we're having on this race strategy at the moment. This is good stuff. As if I was John Hunt Nemechek, I'd just back out because he's causing nothing but problems. Lift off, go high, let them through. There's no proper command blue. And now he's done that. Good man, good man. That's what I like there. Well done, John Hunt Nemechek just got a bit of my respect there. He got out of the way for Larson and Byron. Jumped up the top lane. I was a bit confused by reading Joshua's latest comments in the YouTube chat, by the way, by saying, Josh T, are you in a car garage? No, he's in a conservatory. I'm in a garage. That's where my commentary box is. I'm the one in the garage, but you can't see it. If I lift up the flags, you can see the stuff behind with the window and the VAX. And the VAX is there because I had to move it. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monitors working. 7 isn't, and 8 is the iPad that we've got working at the moment. Gibbs up past Steinhaus in the 47. There's Corey LaJour getting out of the way. Oh, and there's the 71 with Denny Hamlin. So now we have Zane Smith and Hamlin around the outside, making the positions come through. So they come into it. Oh, I was wondering, JT, why you were in there. I was. Throughout the weekend.
When I'm down here, it's normally my nan who has my room. It was going to be next weekend, but because of MotoGP and Formula E, it got switched to this weekend because it's easier.
I will just point out, wouldn't it be easier for that other room that you wanted to become a studio to become the guest room, then you never have to leave your room again?
Maybe. We'll see.
At 278, 121 to go. We're in stage 3. It doesn't look like a stage 2 at the moment as well, but sunshine is lovely out here as well. It's lovely listening to the cars out of turn 2. What's that? Virginia is for something or the top of the grandstand there. I couldn't quite read what it said.
It's Virginia. It says Virginia is for lovers, Josh.
Ah. Beautiful, hot, sunny day as well. I'd love to be at this race. It does seem... You've been here, as you said earlier on in the broadcast. I think this is one of the races, I think, to go to. It seems like such a lovely atmosphere.
Yes. I always enjoyed Grand Martinsville a couple of times that I have been with my family and want to go back someday. The parking is... the parking is...
adequate, or...
It's not... it's nice.
Okay.
I will say that.
That's good then. 2 different press boxes as well. So we've got stage 1, stage 2 com box area. I'd rather be at... I think I'd rather be at one of the turns rather than on the straights. It would be easier to follow. Looking around like... I don't know, but then again, it's sort of like watching a football game, isn't it? Because from my point of view, I was take a look at the side on. I never go goal side. I always go into a position where I can see the whole pitch. So maybe I'd go high up in the main grandstand to get a full look at the full-on oval here. Josh T, when's our next road course? It's Chicago, isn't it? Or is it Road America? It's one of the two.
Sonoma.
Oh, it's Sonoma. Oh, we're not covering that one. Oh, great.
Yeah, I remember it because you asked me last week. I think it's Sonoma in June.
Yeah.
Let me check.
And that would be the weekend that we've got everything going on, because we've got the Canadian Grand Prix, we've got the IndyCar at Road America, and then NASCAR at Sonoma. So US Around have Sonoma, and Jess Ball has commentary on the IndyCar race at Road America. That's become her traditional one. And I'm on the Canadian Grand Prix
It
as
is
well.
that weekend. The Toyota Save Mark 350.
Yeah.
And it's a good job that USON have it, because I'm not here. I'm at Brands Hatch watching the Euro NASCAR series.
Yes.
Come
So-
to the UK.
I'm just trying to work
So
out.
I'll still have my NASCAR for that weekend.
Yeah, I presume Megan would. I would presume Megan would be. Megan's laptop would be streaming that race as well to come into it.
Because isn't it a clash between Canada and IndyCar?
Yeah, 3 on at once, as we got 3 battles. As guess who? David Starr's getting himself involved with some battles out there again today, and gets lapped for the 9th time today. Denny Hamlin will go to the inside line, and the leader's going to lap him for the 9th time.
Sonoma,
he's lapped him.
Chicago, then Watkins Glen.
Chicago doesn't clash with anything, does it? Because I really am looking forward to Chicago.
Chicago, Silverstone weekend.
Oh, that's perfect then.
With Mid-Ohio at IndyCar.
There's-
And German GP, MotoGP.
Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the backside, the German Grand Prix.
Let me compare the IndyCar start time with the NASCAR start time.
Yeah, British Grand Prix this year is going to look a bit different on the JB Motorsports team as well, because of the clash with the German Grand Prix. The pre-show will be hosted, as I've already discussed it with her, by Jess Ball. She'll host, and we'll have a different rotation of commentators. Already, the ones that are already locked into the commentary box, that's myself, Megan Birch, Ian Bursch, Josh T, and then the third will be Omi, as always. That's always sort of the lockdown run, isn't it, for the British Grand Prix? And then coming into it as well, the punditry team will change around as well, because Jess Ball will be hosting, and then we'll have...
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, Richie's coming in as well with some others, as we'll have the punditry team rotating, and then I'll slip back to commentator role for that one, so I can get on with everything else going on that busy
Josh.
day. Yes, go on.
IndyCar at Mid-Ohio, 1:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. Chicago, 4:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah, back to back, and that's how I like it as well. It'll be a perfect commentary weekend as we see everyone now just running through. We are getting ready for the pit stops to come in soon with 107 laps to go. We're inside that fuel window, and fingers crossed we will keep this race smooth and operational.
And the 45 of Reddit, side by side with Priest. And this is for position for 12th. Priest in front, Reddit behind. But I believe that changed on that lap as well.
So they come across it. Just a couple of laps left into this one before pit stops begin. I'm seeing as well Hamlin again now trying to go around the outside of Brad Keselowski. Haven't mentioned Brad Keselowski much today as well. Coming into it, which is nice to see. USC Downs, Iowa, 87-75 to complete a perfect season. Random info for today for It's Kyle 87. Perfect to have that random info as well. Thanks for that as well.
Hey Josh, let everyone know what he was talking about. At the University of South Carolina, NCAA women's basketball had an undefeated season this year and defeated Iowa in the national championship game. And there's a really great player on the University of Iowa named Caitlin Clark, and she is one of the best women's college basketball players of all time. And I want to ask you guys, Josh and Josh, this question. Have they been talking about the solar eclipse that's happening here
Yes.
in the United States, tomorrow? Because I'll be able to see it.
And I know that there is a big event as Bubba Wallace getting ready to go down pit lane. Pit road tyres are ready. There is a massive event at Indianapolis Motor Speedway because it is right across the line of totality over there, as Byron is slowing as he's down pit road, and I'm waking up especially to watch it on YouTube.
Me too.
Byron down pit road.
Yeah, and several cars coming down pit road, so we'll hand over to our pit reporters to get all the action.
Here comes a 5. Second, third, and fourth.
Well, it's the game of chicken, right? One comes, they're all coming. So William Byron, the first to peel off into his pit box, said they're going to leave the balance alone. Pretty happy with it as they put 4 tires on there. His teammate, Chase Elliott, led a good portion of this race, making his way on down pit road. Bubba Wallace from the 3rd spot. We just talked about his last pit stop. We'll see how this works out for his
Hamilton.
crew as the 9 goes to work. No adjustments there for Chase Elliott. 4 tires stop. Denny Hamlin as well peels up as he makes his way down. There's Bubba Wallace's crew. They're on that curve. This is the downside for the crew. Have to work a little bit harder. But that side, that straightaway, he has that opening right there so he can hammer down when he needs to. As you see, Kyle Larson came in. 4 tires for him. Pretty good on his balance. Just stuck back in traffic.
Denny Hamlin comes to a halt in his stall. 4 tires and fuel. Alex Bowman, Josh Berry finishing up. Kyle Busch is in. Here's Joey Logano, Todd Gilliland, and more.
Good stops coming through.
You see Denny exiting. Here they come around here. I think the 9 might get him, Kevin.
Yeah, and coming out of the pits right there, it's really hard to get the front tires to turn. So Chase Elliott's got his car wound up.
Denny Hamlin stayed out on the track too long. He's clear. Is he going to move down? He's going to give it to him.
Side by side, Elliott around the outside and gets ahead of Hamlin. So Elliott effectively becomes the race leader as we rate to run. Fantastic what we're seeing right now in this race, JT. They're keeping together.
Yeah, absolutely. Byron down the inside of Larson, and of course with a pit stop here under green flag, you go a lap down, maybe even multiple laps down due to how short this circuit is, only 0.526 miles as we cut to Hamlin, who's just behind Chase Elliott. Just in front, we've got Stenhouse Jr. and the 77 side by side, and now we've got Briscoe and Berry side by side.
Just realised how you've been getting the info. That's been the same as me. You've got my notes. I forgot about that.
I don't have them open.
Great memory for the 0.526 miles. Oh, 42
John
twitched.
Nemechek gets pushed out wide.
And that was by the 47 as well of Ricky Steinhaus, and I thought he was going to end up in that wall. So remarkable save technique there. Hamlin getting involved, and Larson door banging between them two as well. So this is going to be a bit nicer between them. Hendrick versus Joe Gibbs Racing. And through goes Larson. And yeah, Hamlin can't find a way through on the outside line. Back to the front. That's Elliott. That's Briscoe now in the lead of the race, but it's got more to change. And Hamlin touching the back of the 47. I was just wondering, while I was saying that, why did I want to play Hitman? But then I suddenly twigged why. Because of Agent 47. So Stenhouse might be wanting to do a few silent assassin moves on Hamlin at this rate if he keeps getting pushed out that far on the back as well.
Yep, 47. Of course, 2 laps down. The 11 only
Briscoe pits.
1 lap down.
I'll save you some time, Joshua, in the YouTube chat. I commentate on everything by F1 Academy, because that's Jess's domain. So I'm on everything, unless there's a clash, in which case either Josh T, Jess, Megan, or Omi take over. Or Matthew Owens at USON for the NASCAR races.
Yes.
That's how it works this season with the clashes. And I believe next time out for F1 in China, as I've already said, it will be in the commentary box. Me, Megan, Ian Birch, Josh T and Omi will be in the comments box. No, Jackson might be as well. Jackson said he was coming in, didn't he? I forgot about for China.
Yeah. That's a possibility if
he's-
there's space, yes.
Yeah, because he also might be at Long Beach, so he doesn't know if he's going to be there.
Yeah.
But if not, anyway, Omi gets shoved up. Yeah, Adam?
And I think I'm in the com box for the F1 U.S. Grand Prix of Miami.
Believe that's the case. As they swing through, Byron now on the back of Elliott and trying to make a battle. The 71 jumps out the way, nicely done, and Byron's going to go to the inside line to get ahead of Elliott for 9th. A little bit side by side. He's got the traction actually, got better tyres, and Byron will comfortably, just about. There's a bit of wheel touching between them. Elliott keeps himself side by side around the outside line through turn 5. Sorry, through turn 3 and 4. I say 5 because I've just noticed on the timing monitor that coming up is Larson as well, back into positions now as well. Everyone out of position after the green flag pit stops.
Yeah, so Cindric currently leads by half a second. Hamlin, who is still currently not a lap down, he's currently in 8th as that updates.
So, as they come through, Cindric up by a few tenths of a second, and Suarez, there's the 24, coming in as well. That is Ryan Figel, who is the crew chief down there at the 24 squad, just keeping his eye out on everything as Byron continues to make his way up throughout the field as well. So, looking at the action here for Cindric's continuing, but I'm watching now as Suarez takes the lead. Is that because Cindric's coming to the pit lane? Yep, so is Brad Keselowski. Them two have changed over in position. They're just having the attack at the moment on the advantage here as Suarez goes around the outside, having a little bit of contact at the back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go on.
No, over to you. You go.
Yeah, so we're looking further back, and we've got Zane Smith in the 71 car, and we are on board with one of the Busbro shop cars, and it was Austin Dillon. I do believe the other one, of course, being the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. As Chastain down the inside of Truex Jr.
Nicely done there from Chastain.
Takes that position away.
So we're into the procedure now where we'll just run a couple into the green flag stops. Some of them still got to go. 83 remaining here of the Cookout 400 at Martinsville Speedway here in Virginia. And there's Byron again, now running in 3rd position. Truex in 2nd, but Byron has stopped. So I think, is it Truex with the net lead of the race? I think it is, yeah, because Suarez isn't. I don't think Suarez is the actual overall leader. He's still got to stop again after problems. So Truex has somehow come to the front of this little battle. It's really hard to follow the overall race strategy under the green flag pit stops as McDowell and Gibbs head down pit road as well. Interesting strategy, but yeah, just a reminder then, to tag back on to what Josh T was saying about the Indianapolis event tomorrow for the Eclipse. On Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday, isn't it, JT? It starts? Is that right? The 10th?
I believe it's the 10th and the 11th, yes.
Wednesday, is that Tuesday or is that Wednesday, Thursday? 8, 9. It's Wednesday and Thursday next week.
Yeah.
Wow, it's going to be a busy
I
week.
haven't actually looked at the timings for it. I need to have a look at it so we can schedule stuff.
I haven't either, but we are going to be covering the 2-day open test for the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500. Still undecided whether that's with IndyCar Radio or the JBMotorsports team as of this moment. In terms of a combination of the two, might be a bit more possible, as well as that of the NBC team, so it's nice and easy on all of our vocal cords. But yeah, we will be covering the open test on this following week at Indianapolis. If you want to come along and hang out with us, we'll have our driver tracker in operation as well as all the fun data as well. And fingers crossed, I'll have to use some of the Grid Network
Okay,
connections, but get some special guests in for those commentaries, as well as all the Indy 500 practice qualifying the races. Yeah, go on, JT.
It's 3 p.m. to 11:30 on the 10th, and it's 3 p.m. to 11:30, I think. Let me look.
So I'll need cover on the Grid Tonight show then, for the Wednesday show, as I'll be covering that.
If it wants to load, I will take a look.
Yeah, I'll let them know.
3 p.m. to 11:30 on Wednesday, the 10th of April, and 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the Thursday. That's the broadcast for Sky F1.
Sounds good. And we'll be covering all of the action. And then we'll be in China. Oh my god, I'm not going to sleep. Okay. Although China's actually alright, because it's not that late in the night. It's quite early in the morning. It's like 5 a.m. for practice 1, so that's not too bad. And it's a sprint weekend. Although, I am aware that's like 1 a.m. for the Chinese Grand Prix sprint race, which is not fun. But yeah, it's all going to be following up. But yeah, we are going to be covering all of the Indianapolis 500, all the practice sessions as well. As we see right now, guess who's getting lapped again? That's the 60. PTW for David Starr. And he's coming to the pit lane. Is that a black flag?
BTW is behind the wall.
Behind the wall, so he's out. Off. He's been called off. NASCAR have called him off.
Let me see if Bob's saying anything.
Yeah, please do. So, David Starr's behind the wall as Dylan and Burton come into the pit lane as well. He did leave the pit lane, but now he's come in. So that's I can't see anything on Twitter. So if you find anything from Bob Potcrest, let us know. So these changes have been getting quite a little bit more, with Byron now hitting the front with Elliott and Suarez down to third. So Byron leads, but all eyes on Chase Elliott as the correct possible winner of this race. Truex is coming in. The last pit stops of this race starting to play up as Larson passes Suarez. So Suarez's tyres are done. He's dropping back. Wallace passes it. Well, that's Truex into the pits, that's why. So Wallace up to 6th. But this is it now. This is the battle we are expecting to see. And all hell starting to break loose with 70 laps to go.
Okay. I've seen that there's a penalty for putting outside the box for David Starr, but he's now gone to the garage.
Right. Let's hand over to Fox. They're talking about something.
100th win for Hendrick came at Michigan. Jimmy Johnson at Darlington for win number 200, and William Byron at Texas last September, win number 300. For NASCAR's winningest team in history, Hendrick Motorsports. Celebrating 40 years, their Ruby anniversary here today. Their 28 wins here, more than any other team at any track in NASCAR.
Yeah, thank you, Mike, as they come into it. Wonderful overhead shot there, this brilliant track, and there's the 8 of Kyle Busch getting lapped by race leader Byron with 68 laps to go. Byron could be on for his 3rd win of the year as well, JT. He's already had 2.
Yeah, as there's another Command Blue flag there.
He's just changing it over as well to come through. NASCAR's race control bot is fantastic. In our new Discord that we've got up and going, we've assigned manager roles to the Discord so that... Oh, hang on, TV pictures are frozen. Yeah, we've assigned manager roles to the Discord so that we can have a smoother operation of the series. And we've got Josh T now has sorted out the Discord for us and has got us brand new bots and stats and information across them all. And it does look absolutely amazing. So, yeah, we'll have the Meet the Team coming through shortly as well with some things. Still BTW as well, so you got that DVP timer that's been put on. 63 laps to go. Correction, 65 laps to go. Byron leads by half a second to Elliott. Side by side, there he is. Elliott's coming through as well. That was Wallace and Bowman closing up together as well. RTV pictures have popped out a little bit, but they might pop back in a second as well. It does that. As Bubba Wallace, yeah, he's past head of Suarez now, so he's up to 5th. Suarez down to 6th. It came and it went quite quickly. It popped back into HD and then changed back to like a 360p. So you either get it great or not. Jamie.
For William Byron, there he is right. He said walking in this morning, it just felt different. You look around and saw Hendrick Motorsports gear everywhere. He wants this win bad, but he knew they had an uphill climb. They qualify 18th. That's tied for the worst effort of the year. But they've had a fast race car, a good call to get his driver out front. Now they're sitting in the catbird seat looking at their 3rd win of the season.
Well, you got to be a little careful when you get to these big anniversary wins. I think it was approaching the 300th Hendrick win when here at Martinsville, Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson took each other out, fighting too hard to be the one to score that win for Rick Hendrick.
Watch this. This was all but a caution right here. Briscoe hard into the bumper of... You can't really see it from that bumper cam how sideways he was, but he was looking at the infield.
That was Ty Gibbs. Yeah.
Yeah, Busher and Gibbs coming together at the back there, JT, and I need a swig of drink, so take it.
Josh.
Yes.
Fireworks in April. What is going on around here? I've just seen a massive red flash and a bang out the corner of the window. Anyway,
it's my sanity. It's my sanity, you know, just blowing up. It's all down. It's gone.
Nice.
Poof, gone.
I mean, even though we're completely the other side of the country, it did come from your direction.
It's how big my ego is.
On the compass. With
no.
63 laps to go. Looks like I need to refresh my TV because it doesn't get them up to yours because yours 59 to go. Mine has been buffering a lot while I've been doing other stuff.
Yeah, it's been a right pain, this one as well today. Because we've got our coverage from Viaplay today, not Abu Dhabi Sports. Because Abu Dhabi Sports, for some reason, are covering a football game. So the usual super reliable TV pictures haven't been there today. So, yeah. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. And
Suarez in.
Yeah, he's coming in now as well, finally. We'll say thanks to Megan as well. He's come out the pit lane now, actually, as well. Megan has, again, given us her laptop for this one. So thank you again, Megan, who is watching our commentary right now.
Megan, operate kill command.
No, execute order 67. That's the dancing one, not the Jedi one. 53 to go. And we're fully loaded at Martinsville Super Speedway. But who's going to be the Herbie? Because the 24's coming through at the moment. Great film, that one. Herbie's. My personal favourite is Herbie Goes Bananas. Drives up the side of the bridge. And the woman who owns it just sat in the car knitting. It's like, yeah, you're going to notice on the bridge.
I'll take Herbie fully loaded.
That was a good one, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
How on earth
the one
did
with Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah. How on earth did that car pass NASCAR inspection? A Volkswagen Beetle passing modern day NASCAR standards. I remember watching that film actually as well. That was a good one. I hadn't seen it in so long actually. I think it's on Disney Plus. I'll have to take it a watch, but no. The original was the best one though. The Love Bug. It wasn't even called Herbie back then. Herbie became the star. They're not running the 54 today. Yeah, Ty Gibbs. No, 53.
Yeah,
no
Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, he's running the 54, but no one's running the 53, which was Herbie's number.
Yeah, 54 is full time.
I tell you what, there is an absolutely beautiful hoodie that I've been seeing available that I want to get as well. It's a white hoodie with like fake oil stains all over it and the 53 logo and Herbie's colours. It's fantastic. It's great. I really wanted that. As I'd come into it as well. He says, yep, Josh Birch is the best commentator of the lot in my books. That's a very nice compliment, thank you. Joshua says, well, do you guys agree that Crofty has been terrible this weekend? Omi, do you want to take this one?
Hello. Yes. Yes, very much, we have to say. Especially qualifying highlight on the Sky Sports channel. That was very bad. Full of mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, identifying Yuki Tsunoda as being 14th despite being up in Sector 2 and then finishing in 10th position. And then also misidentifying Norris with Piastri, Piastri with Norris, and then Piastri with Norris again, and getting that wrong. And then even in the race today, calling errors. Although I thought I made an error at the second start, but I listened to it back, and it turns out I didn't. So that was just my brain playing tricks on me. So even when I think I make errors, I didn't make an error, which surprised me, because I thought I did. And I thought the commentary flowed really well this morning, if anybody was watching the Japanese Grand Prix. With myself, Jess and Jackson in the commentary box, and Josh T was in the pit lane. I think it worked quite well.
And also Norris managed to get onto the second row, but he was second.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed that.
As well.
And I compare that to Alex Jakes, who I thought had a quiet weekend. He was, again, quite good, but his start seemed a little bit quiet. I think he's still suffering with a bit of that throat issue. Because let me tell you something, as a commentator, I had this back in 2022. When you blow your voice and it goes, it takes, and you still have to commentate week in, week out, it can take months for it to fully recover. I had about 2 months where I was just like, I had about 5 glasses of drinks in the commentary box to get through across a weekend, across a commentary. It was insane, so yeah. Would have him over Crofty any time as well. Thank you very much. Nice compliments there. I hope you enjoy it as well as we'll carry on with the season. And next time out in Long Beach, I'll be back in the box for IndyCar. And we have USRN, as I said, taking over at Talladega for NASCAR. I would have swapped it round, but USRN deserve to make their big debut at Talladega. And then I get a Talladega later on in the year. The better, as Matthew Owens put last weekend, the better Talladega later on in the year in the playoff runs as well. And there's actually a couple more people who are on the commentary team now who are going to start coming up to NASCAR in the commentary box as well, which is tremendous news, getting more of the JBMotorsports team and some of the outside team members as well who are going to be coming on. The same the case for Formula 1 and Formula E now. That team's pretty much locked down. And I think IndyCar as well, a couple more coming on now that we've gone moving towards the normal times of the year. You'll hear a lot more different voices throughout the rest of the series across it as well. And of course in MotoGP, as I said, that's pretty much locked in. Like Formula E is now sort of locked together. It's all going to become good, you'll see. The whole team will be here taking you through it. And we're having the list out soon as well, so you'll see it if you join our Discord of who does what role in what series as well. As Fabian says, Alex Jakes is still getting in the groove with full F1 commentary, in my opinion. He's done it for a couple of years now, but yeah, he's still moving around and getting involved in it a little bit more, and he's good. But his voice, he needs, does take a while to fully recover. I mean, we're only a month in, to the season, so it's going to take a little bit more time.
And I'll be on the call with you, Josh, for Portland E-Free for the end of the Formula E season.
Byron leading the race by 3 seconds to Elliott, with 40 to go. Now, 3 laps in a minute takes it to around about, we have about 10 to 15 minutes left of this one, so it's been a lot quicker to come through at the moment. As they take the inside line. And Josh T, I think at the moment, they're all now just coasting to the finish. I think Byron might actually have this one on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep an eye on Bowman, of course, down in 7th. As well, we're looking at Berry and Byron currently. Byron in the lead. Byron going to lap Josh Berry.
Take some more. We're having a bit
okay,
of
so
sorry, timing's good frozen on my end.
With 37 laps to go, we are Byron, Elliott, Larson, Hamlin, Blaney and Bubba Wallace in 6th. Bowman, Logano, Briscoe and the 38 car rounds out the top 10. we go across the line to complete another lap. We're looking at Hamlin trying to get down the inside of Cindric with lapped traffic. For this Cookout 400, we're on board with Ryan Blaney, who is fighting with Denny Hamlin for position, which Blaney is able to get up on the outside, very close there of Hamlin, because Hamlin is getting stuck behind Cindric of the
right
outside there.
Timing is fixed. Excellent. I had a bit of a glitch where it was showing like 2 laps behind, so I just got that sorted. Thank you, JT. How's it going to it? There's Byron. Berry hitting the side of the 47. He really wants that Sunny D car back, doesn't he? Just completely dive bombed the inside of the 47 into turn 4, completely out of braking power. How on earth did Berry not take out the side of Steinhaus there into that last corner? Fantastic. And look, they're still going at it side by side.
That was close.
Berry's on the inside line of 4 again. Round the outside comes Steinhaus, and now here comes Busch into battle. Trying to work out where this is on the timing tower. So this is, well, is Berry actually further ahead than we're thinking? Is Berry, where is he on the timing tower? I can't find him.
Berry is
Vanished.
down 2 laps, 25th.
Right, okay, he's trying to get, I was wondering why I couldn't find him. What happened to Berry? Yeah, getting close in.
He realised he was driving a NASCAR, not a Porsche.
Oh god, better go faster then. Instead of 160, you're doing 220 mile an hour on a short track. Coming up with 31 to go. And is at this time, I will remind everybody watching about overtime. And the
Oh, no.
Yeah, I will remind the people of this because the overtime is a green, white, checkered, which means if we have a caution inside the last couple of laps and we have to go into overtime, it is 2 laps to decide the race. We go green with 2 to go, and then if we make it back around and take the white flag, the next flag will end the race, whether it be a yellow or checkered flag. However, if on that penultimate lap an accident happens and a caution is out again, we will do the whole procedure again, and it's unlimited retries. Yeah.
You've mentioned it now, so it's now going to happen.
Mentioned it last week and it happened as well, but I think it's important for everybody to know and remember the overtime rule to come into it, especially as we're getting down to where it could start becoming a factor, because as we said, we spent 10 laps under caution at the stage breaks because it's such a short track. NASCAR, of course, does have the option to red flag and go into overtime. That's happened before, where we red flag and then try and do overtime. So anything is possible. The race must end under green conditions, unless it's force majeure like with rain, lightning, or, I don't know, the entire field have just wrecked. Omi's in the background, just to let you know, Joshua, in the YouTube chat. He's who you've been hearing in the background of the chat, and he'll be with us for the F2s and F3s, and in China as well.
Hello, Omi.
Watching on in the background.
Hello.
Hi, Omi. What did you think of Japan earlier?
It was exciting. There was plenty of stuff. Even though we didn't get a battle for the lead, there was plenty of stuff that did go on. So it was a good race, wasn't it?
It really was. I've made a mess of my shirt. Luckily, you can't see it on the camera.
Have you got some oil on it, Josh?
Professor Peppy.
Ah, nice.
It's still the same bottle from 3 weeks ago. It's just sort of been left in the commentary box on the table. It's like, okay, I'll have a sip of that. I keep bringing the other drinks in. It's just that's always just sort of staying here. I'm starting to like it the more and more it's sort of getting older and older. It's becoming more Dr. Pepper. Should it be the other way around? If Dr. Pepper's left for ages, it becomes Professor Peppy. If Professor Peppy's left for ages, it becomes, I don't know, what's above a professor in a university standard? I actually don't know. What is above a professor? Is professor as high you can go? I don't actually know. Oh, that'll be interesting. 23 to go, and the 24's leading the race at the moment as well. Omi, you've just been said that you, Charles Fan prefers you to Alex Brundle.
Omi is now quickly running to his mic and unmuting it.
Hello. Thank you.
22 to go then. 21 to go. That's how quick the laps go here. Oops! I thought that was a spin. Ha ha! It's the gyration camera. I thought the car we're on board with had a spin there of Byron coming out of turn 2, but it's the camera moving positions as it comes through. Just keeping it to the tail end of the race now. This would be the 3rd win of the year then for Byron. As I said, his last win came at COTA. Won the Daytona 500, of course, on the Super Speedway. Won the road course at COTA. Now he's going to win a short track here at Martinsville. Proof that he can do it all. And simple question, yes or no to you all, starting with you, Adam. Is Byron a championship contender this year?
Yes.
JT?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree. If he can win on all 3 types of circuit, then there's nothing that he can't do. Let's see if he can win the Roval at Charlotte later on in the year. That will be something. Just holding it together now. Let's have a look. Most Martinsville wins. Richard Petty, of course, has got 15. Darrell Wartrip has 11 wins here in total. Trying to have a look and see who... Yeah, youngest winner. That was Richard Petty back in 1960. 22 years, 9 months and 8 days old. And then he went on to take another 15 career wins at this circuit. Absolutely insane. The oldest winner, that was Harry Grant, of course, back in 1991. 51 years, 8 months and 12 days. And the last win from pole was back in 2013 by Jimmy Johnson, but that's not going to happen here today. Because Byron has moved up the field from where he started. 4 cautions, only 1 for debris. And then for the 20 spinning up. Both cautions, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were going to say that, weren't you? Go on, JT, I'll let you do it, because it's the same thing.
Yeah, both caused by the same driver, the one for incidents, and we're still green. Pre-pass has been different every single caution we've had today, which is unusual.
It's going to be a good race, this one. So another repeat winner alongside Hamlin this year. And Byron, it'll be our first 3rd win. I know technically you can say Hamlin because he won the Clash. But in that case, do we count the Duels? Daytona, they're 2 different races. Reddick won one of those, for goodness sake. So, yeah, in that instance, this will be Byron taking a 3rd win of the season and doing it at a super speedway, a short track, and a road course. 13 laps to go. Beautiful sunny conditions here. Not like a week ago where we had rain, intermediate tyres, delays, all sorts of action. As that's Hamlin under a bit of an attack there. That's not for position, I think, because Blaney's... Actually, is Blaney right there with him? 6/10, yeah. So that is Blaney on the inside. Is that actually Blaney making a move? Or is that Carson Hocevar unlapping himself to Hamlin there? I can't quite tell the TV pictures coming through there. Well, there's Byron. Right, here we go now at the front. There's another battle going on. Yeah, I swear they were side by side, Hamlin and Blaney. I want to take another look at that in a second. There's the 42 with the 71. And that's going to be Zane Smith. And there is Chase Elliott running in 2nd position. 1.5 seconds down and slowly being caught in. 10 to go here at Martinsville. And this is where you have to gain the seconds down, down and down, because Byron's now being held up by traffic, including that of Ross Chastain running the 1, who's blocking him every opportunity, but he's gone through on the inside line. Chastain went wide at 4, and Byron trying to get a lap ahead. Not really being as successful as you think there, JT.
Yeah, absolutely. As Byron moving his way through lapped traffic once again.
Look at this. No team has finished 1, 2, 3 in a Cup Series race at Martinsville Speedway. And it's the 151st race today at this racetrack.
And it would be incredible if they can do it on their 40-year anniversary.
Yep, Hendrick Motorsports can take 1, 2, 3. Byron, Elliott, and Larson. There's Jeff Gordon watching on. Of course, Kyle Larson will hot-foot it from here over to Indianapolis for the open test and get himself familiarised with the rookie orientation program that he'll have to run, so he doesn't have to do it in the month of May.
Very busy.
He's very busy, yeah. He'll do the double, of course. He'll do the Indy 500, then he'll fly over to Charlotte and do the Coca-Cola 600, like we will be doing in the commentary box for that weekend. And again, they're just going to have a busy weekend, actually, the month of May on the 26th, because we'll have Formula E in Shanghai, Formula 1 in Monaco, IndyCar, and then straight over to as well to NASCAR as they come through.
Isn't touring cars on that weekend to top it all off as well?
They are indeed, and that's your duty again, my friend. You'll be there. And I hate to say it, but we're going to overtime, because guess what's been deployed? It's a yellow, 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 and we don't know why as of yet. As we see Logano on the back of Byron.
Commentator.
Yeah, so we're going to go to overtime, folks. For the second time this year. I knew I explained that rule for a reason. Never doubt when I can sense things coming through. So what?
You predicted the red flag.
Yeah, I did.
In F1.
Yep. Byron on the inside, getting ahead of the 42. So what causes the yellow? I haven't seen anything on the monitor. You? Full course yellow's out. I'm not seeing why. TV pictures aren't that far behind.
Free pass is the 1.
And I'm not actually sure. Hang on a minute. Car 1. Chastain?
No, no, that's the free pass.
In the wall, the 42.
Oh, John Hunter Nemechek.
Right in the curb. And there we have the caution. Nemechek as well. And we're going to an overtime restart.
Which is what the Hendricks cars did not want.
Oh, it's a brake explosion. John Hunter Nemechek with complete explosion of the tyres there. And look at that. Hendrick know what's happened. They have lost out. Overtime restart and the 42 on fire coming down pit road. Let's take a look what happened with the 42. Did he touch the wall? Let's have a look. Following. Oh, it just blew. It just blew up.
And that's Ross Chastain's wall ride move in 2024.
Yeah. And look at that. Adam, Jeff Gordon, frustrated as anything. He knows what he's done there.
Yeah. You've got Hendrick Motorsports 1, 2, 3. You know how. And if you're Rick Hendrick right now and Jeff Gordon, you're probably crying because you wanted this race to say clean and green, and now you're going to have you're going to have 3 of your cars battling for the win. We'll see what happens, with the restart here, because we've seen in the past how crazy it can get here at Martinsville, coming to the white flag and eventually the checkered flag on. So it may not be the first overtime that we see, but
yeah.
So, yeah.
And that front brake is still on fire for the 42 as it exploded.
It absolutely melted the tyre and rim.
Never seen that before. It just completely exploded coming into it. I like what Fabrice said, called it again, JP. That's why you're the master. Well, I predicted the Japanese Grand Prix getting red flags. And
so basically what we found out is that you're just a massive curse of everything.
Yeah. Curse of the commentator. Comes into handy a lot. Right, let's head over to Fox then and get the latest from them as we wait for the overtime restart. They've got pit reporters
the good
as
news
well.
is if you're Rick Hendrick, is all 3 of your cars are running 1, 2, 3. You got 3 shots at this.
Well, they're using code. Chris Gabehart just told Denny Hamlin, quarter pounder. He says, I don't have that code on my dash. What is that?
Oh, no. Maybe he was calling in his lunch order. I don't know. All right, let's talk about the restart. I know we're going to have pit stops here, but, you know, last week, the last restart at Richmond was the subject of controversy all week long. Martin Truex dominated the race. Did he deserve to win it? Yeah, he probably did. Did Denny Hamlin get away with one? Yeah, he probably did. But I had a long talk with Alton Sawyer this morning, NASCAR's senior VP of competition. We talked about the restart zone as being like a strike zone in baseball. There's ball and strike calls. It's a bang-bang call, he said. There, Hamlin is throttled up. And here, before the zone starts, so is Truex. And they ended up even down in turn number 1. So NASCAR made the call, quickly reviewed the call, said it was good, and raced on. We inquired, was the call under further review? They said no. Ball and strike call, but Elton told me this morning, he said, if we see something egregious, we will react accordingly.
So,
there's some Denny Hamlin radio.
That's what I was about to say.
I mean, green, white, checker is just going to be bumper cars for 2 laps, right? I mean, what the hell is tires even going to do? Get more, know where you're going to go.
That's a good question.
Well, that's true, and it is going to be bumper cars because everybody's going to want to do everything that they can to put themselves in position to win the race, and if it means shove 2 guys in front of you out of the way, that's what you got to do.
Well, he's got the affordability to watch these other guys. He's probably going to do something the opposite of what they do. If Byron Pitt's in there, you darn right, Chris Gabehart said stay out, and that's what he's thinking. Do what they don't.
Now they are still cleaning up from the fire under the right front of John Hunter Nemechek's car, which is now being towed off to the garage. So pit road will be closed for at least
it's
one
still
more
on
lap.
fire.
It's still on fire. It is still on fire. And NASCAR having to clean the pit lane before opening it. That's why we got this delay.
You can clog up on the inside. You got Denny Hamlin on the outside talking like he's not going to pit. So it's only 2 laps. And it's like Larry said, I mean, it's going to be really, really difficult to make up that in 2 laps here at Martinsville if you aren't in the first 2 rows.
Still have a lot of cleanup down here in the pits.
It's still on fire.
With Nemechek. Still on fire, by the way. That's what the delay is. A lot of cleanup down in Nemechek's pit box. I feel for you, Rudy Fugle. Man, he is. That head is spinning.
Wow, that's a pile of speedy dry, and
half of Myrtle Beach sitting down there.
If Alex Bowman was planning on pitting, it's going to be hard to get out of that stall.
Yeah, they're going to have to sweep it up there.
There's that grandfather clock. Who's going to get it?
Well, let's just make something clear. That's a replica of the grandfather clock. That one's a little bit beat up, Clint. Look at that thing.
I hate to say this.
Looks like it's run a few laps here.
Yeah.
It's been bolted down.
Yeah, they come.
I ain't too sure
they
that.
come in a box.
Reagan's old man has that. That one looks like the original right there.
All right, so it is still a Ridgeway clock, even though Howard Miller, a big clockmaker in Zeeland, Michigan, bought Ridgeway nearly 20 years ago. They kept making clocks in Ridgeway until finally the plant closed. Now they're made in Michigan, but it's still a Ridgeway clock that goes to the winner.
You didn't know that either, did you, Kevin?
No, I did not, but it's still one of the most unique trophies in NASCAR, and everybody in this field wants one.
Nor do I know where Zeeland, Michigan is.
Yeah.
See, I think this is the model that we got right here, Kevin. I think this is. I don't know what happened.
Let me show you. I've got that one. Got that one.
Oh, look at that.
That one.
Look at this one from the 80s. The 80s model right here.
All right, come on. That ad's from about 1973.
Yeah.
I don't know. That one looks like an 80s model. I'm so nervous. I'm just making stuff up here. I am nervous for everybody involved in this equation. There's a lot of decisions being made. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe this happened.
Big hats off to our Fox Sports crew, our cameramen, our tape operators, everybody who's involved in putting this show on. And congratulations to the weekend's winners. Christian Eckes in trucks, Eric Almirola in the Xfinity Series, and on FS1, John Force won last night at the age of 74 years and 11 months. And he's made it to the semifinal round today.
My hero, on fire out there. Hey, I want to bring something up here. There is a tremendous amount of cars between your first place car, William Byron, and your second place car, Chase Elliott. Rudy Fugle has a decision to make. They're all going to be able to watch him way before then. The pressure is on Rudy Fugle. What do you do? Pit or not pit?
So Hendricks could come in.
They're open.
Watch it open. And,
here we go.
Let me correct. Tony Stewart has made it to the semifinal round.
Hamlin
He'll have
pits.
drag racing coverage later tonight on FS1. Well,
I don't think...
No. Red light's still on pit road.
Yeah, the light's on. They're red.
No, it's
no.
But they're coming
Is
down.
it green?
They're green.
Denny
They're green.
Hamlin's pitting. I told you, do what they don't.
Is the pit lane open or
A
closed?
lot of cars stayed out right there. I think Denny Hamlin's in trouble.
He'd restart 13th at the further back if he's going to go right through. He's going to get work done.
Hamlin, 3 other cars in the back of the pack.
Oh, pits are open.
Pitting, Jamie.
Well, we listened to that radio on the 11. It sounded like they didn't want to pit, that there was no point in pitting. But here they are coming down for their last stop of the day as they jack the right side. Clear tear off. This will be an interesting strategy call to see how much ground the 11 can make up. 5-time winner here at Martinsville. They know how to get it done. I don't know if there's enough time, though, Mike.
So
Bad
Tyler
choice.
Reddick, Eric Jones, and Ryan Preece all on the lead lap, all pitted.
Yeah.
Bad choice, in my opinion. It's a 2-lap restart. Yeah, we might go multiple, but it's about, what, 40 seconds total? How many positions are you going to make in 40 seconds?
Yeah.
1 to go at the line.
It's definitely a loss.
This is not going to work out the way we think it
Denny
will.
Hamlin. But that removed Denny Hamlin from a Hendrick Motorsports Masterclass.
It does. You are correct, yes. Oh, this race is just confusing everybody now with what's going to happen. Overtime again for the second time in 2024. And everyone now just keeps going close. There we go. Fingers crossed we'll have an interesting start run around. So we should they keep extending it. NASCAR keep extending it. It was 3 to go, now it's 4 to go on the line. They keep pushing it back. Send that back to Fox.
He knows that Kyle Larson's probably not going to shove as hard as if it was somebody else not on his team.
For my first days in a car, Kevin, alongside of you, what did they tell you? I don't care what you do. Don't wreck yourselves.
Yeah.
Do not take this win from our company.
So Denny Hamlin was told on the radio, if any of the Hendrick cars pit, stay out. They didn't. He did the opposite. He came in.
Do what they don't.
Ooh, somebody there was right over the choose V. That's because we're not choosing yet. Okay.
Yeah, the lap cars are dropping back, so the lead lap cars are catching up and lining themselves up in front of the lap down cars that did not pit.
Will this be, I mean, it's obviously an overtime, and you said it, Mike, will it be only one? Who knows? There's a lot going to happen here. Cautions breed cautions.
Oh, 3 to go.
I really thought that this equation would be shook up a lot farther than this.
No fault, still in overtime.
Well, it's still going to be really difficult to get going.
We're
The
12
cars are
laps now
up front
past the
that
choose.
did not pit are not going to feel very good.
That things are going to take off headed north when you're trying to go the other way down here in turn 1. Have to be ready for it. They're all going to be that way. Don't overdrive the corner and slide up. Don't wreck each other.
The best thing the 3 Hendrick Chevys up front have going for them is that the 6 cars right behind them did not pit either. It's a big gap back to Hamlin with 4 fresh tires, who will restart. Well, right now he's 10th. We'll see how the choose goes.
Such a huge turnaround for Ryan Blaney in that 12 car. They have been all over the place in this racetrack today.
Yeah, and if Chase Elliott can stay close on this restart on the outside and keep William Byron from making the exit of that corner, he's going to have a shot at this thing, but it's all going to talk.
Right.
Pit road closed. 1 to go.
Right, choose line. Elliott will go on the outside. Byron on the inside. Blaney outside. Larson inside. Bowman outside. Wallace inside. Briscoe out. Logano in. Hamlin out. Gilliland in. As they follow back on the front 5 rows here to run in the order. Denny Hamlin back on row 5. Are we going to get the runaround we want to? Will we get the 1 to go? Or will we go back to a caution and have to do this all over again? The last time we did this a week ago, we only had the 1 attempt. It's a 2-lap shootout. If the leader takes the white flag, the next flag ends the race. Caution prior to the white flag, it will be another restart. It's overtime here at Martinsville. Byron versus Elliott. Green flag, away we go once again, and what a jump from the 12. Going to come to the inside. Look at Larson on the 4. He's going down low. Elliott up high, going to get forced down by Byron, who takes out. Byron takes the lead. Elliott can't do anything about it. So much for the man who led so much here today. Larson takes Blaney, coming down low on the inside line. White flags coming out here as well, ready to end the race. Now, the next one will end it. Byron has the command. Elliott round the outside. Can he find a way to get any traction? Look at Larson coming through. Elliott slides out. Larson going to try and take second position into turn 3 and 4. Byron, home and dry, won the Daytona 500 on Super Speedway. One coat on a road course, wins Martinsville on a short track. He is the best all-rounder. Larson, 4th to 2nd. Elliott 3rd. Bubba Wallace is 4th. Blaney 5th. And the 40th anniversary as well of Hendrick Motorsports. They get the top dollar bill. What a fantastic race. Byron wins here at Martinsville. Unbelievable.
For the first time ever here at Martinsville, it's a Hendricks Motorsport top 3. And what a weekend to do it on their 40th anniversary weekend. The team is delighted. The fans are delighted. What a race for Hendricks.
Adam, that was a spectacular end, and Hendrick didn't get their 1, 2, 3, but they certainly got what they needed with a 1, 2. And Elliott in 3rd position makes it as well, I believe, across line with the 1, 2, 3. But it's a different 1, 2, 3 because we had Hamlin down 11th. But he still got their 1, 2, 3, but without Hamlin up there.
Yes.
What a... You want to... This was the perfect way for Hendrick Motorsports to celebrate their 40th anniversary with the 1, 2, 3. I remember it was the Daytona 500 one year when Jeff Gordon won, Terry Labonte finished 2nd, and Ricky Craven finished 3rd. And I think there's going to be a party at Hendrick Motorsports this coming week. So, yeah, nice way to...
Let's go down to the points quickly, and with Jeff
Scripted
Gordon.
any better. First, I just want to say hi to Mr. and Mrs. Hendrick. I know how bummed they were not to be here, but how excited they are that all of our folks are here to be able to see this happen. I mean, you can't script it like this. I knew we had good race cars when they showed up here yesterday, but the race, the way it played out to get, that green flag stop was it. Our cars were just so good on the short runs. We just need to get that track position, and then that last reset, oh my God, I did not want to see that. And then I just was so hoping we could get the 1, 2, 3, and I'm just, these guys, these 3 guys as well as Bowman, I mean, they just drove their butts off. Great race. But how about that William Byron, that 24 car? Every time we have a milestone day or opportunity or moment, he steps up, and he got number 300, and this is going to be a huge one for him and the whole organization. Thank you.
Congrats, Jeff. Enjoy the celebration.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin couldn't spoil the party for Hendrick as well, though he tried. Shame for him not to be up there. He did want and did have a chance to take the victory as well, but a 1, 2, 3 for the team out there for Hendricks. Byron taking the win, and he's out there now listening to the crowd. Let's hand over for Jamie Little to talk to the team.
Jamie.
He said, I was happy yesterday with this race car. This pit crew got it done. William wants to get that checkered flag. William, the celebration all weekend long for Hendrick Motorsports' 40th anniversary. You get the job done. You're the one standing here. What does it mean to you, to Rudy, and this entire team?
Yeah, I just want to thank Chase for racing me clean there. It could get really physical at the end, and he gave me a shot, which is expected, but we all finished it off. So just so proud of everyone at Hendrick Motorsports. Grew up a big Hendrick fan, and to be here for the 40th anniversary and all that goes into just this organization, all the people, it's all about the people, and just want to thank Mr. Hendrick and Linda and everyone involved. So it's pretty awesome, pretty badass to win it. At Martinsville, we've been struggling at the short tracks and just kept inching up on it, and I got a great team, and they just kept my head in it, and it stunk to do a restart there at the end like that, but that's the way it goes.
That's what I was going to ask you about. 2 moments in particular. Rudy decides under green flag conditions to bring you down pit road first. That got you the track position. And then 2 laps to go, the caution comes out. How did you handle all that?
Yeah, I mean, that was a great call. It didn't get us the track position right away, but we had a little bit more heat in our tires. So it seemed like I fired off a little bit faster than those guys and was able to get ahead of them. So we had a great car in the first and third stage, and just want to thank all the 24 fans. Thanks for sticking with us, and just super excited. I don't really know how to put it in words, but I'm a little tired. I hit the wall over there, so I hit the wall a lot this weekend, so I don't know why.
Congratulations, William Byron wins at Martinsville.
Well, Kyle Larson comes home in the runner-up position. Kyle, I know you always want to win a race, but I got to imagine with the circumstances today that this is pretty special.
Yeah, no doubt. It's really special, too, to get a 1-2-3 there with William, Chase, and I. So, yeah, just a great day for Hendrick Motorsports. It's been a great 40 seasons for them. Really cool to have 1,500 people here from Hendrick Motorsports to celebrate. And congrats to William. He did a really good job. Kind of just schooled us all there after that green flag stop. He did a really good job passing all of us. So. And then he was able to set a good pace and still get through traffic good. So my car, though, felt really good as well. I think we were all kind of the same speed, honestly. So just lost a little bit of track position there in the second stage and just was never kind of able to overcome it. But solid day. Congrats to Rick Hendrick, Linda, all of Hendrick Motorsports, everybody who's here at the racetrack as well as back at home. So just awesome day.
Racing teammates at the end like that. How nerve-wracking is that when you know that you're 1-2-3 and you want to try and keep it that way?
Yeah, no, it was sketchy. I wasn't sure how aggressive they were going to be. I knew William obviously was going to be very aggressive because he was going to win until that caution came out, and he went in there and doored him up a little bit, and then yeah, just thankfully though it all kind of shook out and we were able to get one spot there and still get a top 3 for HMS.
Thanks, Scott. We're going to step over here to Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott, the third-place finisher, the other part of this 1-2-3 today. It looked like you gave it everything you had on that last restart. Just couldn't quite get there. Unfortunately, lost a spot 2 when it was all said and done.
Oh, yeah, second or third, what's it matter, at that point. But, yeah, obviously, number one, congrats to William and everybody at Hendrick Motorsports, Rick and Linda and all the folks, Jeff and Chad and all the people that put this together for us. That they have an unbelievable program, and I think we're all proud to call it home. And it was awesome hosting over 1,000 folks from Hendrick today, employees and their families. So glad one of us could get it done. Obviously, wish we could have got it done, selfishly like anybody would. But nice to have a couple solid weeks and to be in contention there for a win is, hadn't been in contention to win one in a while. So it was fun to kind of get to that last restart and it actually matters. So enjoyed that aspect and certainly hungry for more.
You mentioned being in contention there. It seems like this 9 team really starting to hit their stride, knocking on that door to get that win. How good does that feel to know that it's coming closer?
Yeah, I mean, we've the last couple weeks and really not just the last couple weeks, but I feel like throughout a lot of the season this year, we've just been working in a good direction, working really well together, and pit stops have been really good. Alan's been calling really good races. I mean, all that stuff has been going in a really positive direction, in my opinion. And I think if we can just keep producing that, we'll get our turn one day.
Thanks, Chase. Congrats.
18 years ago, Bill Byron brought his then 8-year-old son to see his first ever NASCAR race at Martinsville. Today, that young man, William Byron, leads a 1-2-3 Hendrick finish in the Cookout 400.
What an absolutely fantastic weekend we've had here for the NASCAR team, as we'll mute that down. Let's confirm how they finished then. It's Will Byron from Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece, and Chase Briscoe, the top 10. There's Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, Todd Gilliland, Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, Kyle Busch, Carson Hocevar, Martin Truex Jr., Ty Gibbs, Noah Gragson, Michael McDowell, Daniel Suarez, Austin Cindric, and Brad Keselowski. And further down, as well, we had Josh Berry, Kaz Grala, Josh Williams, Daniel Hemrick, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Justin Haley, Zane Smith, Corey LaJour, Harrison Byrne, Austin Dillon, Christopher Bell, 2 retirements of John Hunt Nemechek and David Starr, who got benched as well early on. In terms of the points paying positions now on your screen, it's Kyle Larson leading by 14 points to Truex Jr. as well. 309 to 295 coming through there as well. So we're in for a very interesting weekend coming forward on the front there. Closing thoughts then from the JB Motorsports team, and we'll start with you, Adam. What did you make of the race coverage today? Oh, sorry.
We're supposed to celebrate their 40th anniversary with a 1, 2, 3. Wow, all I can say is, if you've never been to Hendrick Motorsports, I recommend you go there. It's really nice facilities. Congratulations to Mr. Rick Hendrick and Jeff Gordon and everyone over there for a spectacular Sunday in Martinsville, Virginia.
Josh T, what about you?
Yep, a good race here in Martinsville and an incredible weekend for Hendricks Motorsports. What a weekend.
Oh, okay. And finally, Omi, from you in the background, what do you make of it?
Definitely was a bit more of an exciting race. I think I got more into it as well a little bit, which is good, and definitely a step forward. So yeah, going to be exciting to see the next few NASCAR races, of course, when we cover it once again.
Thanks, guys, for your company today. Thanks to all of you at home as well. We'll be back for NASCAR in a couple of weeks' time as well. USON have the call for a few of them going forward. And, of course, join us for the IndyCar Open Test on Wednesday and Thursday. And then we've got COTA coming up as well for MotoGP. Thanks for your company. We'll see you soon. It's a 1, 2, 3 for Hendrick on their 40th anniversary. What a way to celebrate. A good day. Good racing. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.